Against this right back, Charlie.
You always use that active when defenders are being given like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on. As the big man Ian Wright said, there's our second watch along of the day. People deluded, I'm back again. It's Nigeria against Ivory Coast. It's the AFCON final. You know, what has been, in my opinion, a great tournament, a tournament that reflects positively on the continent of Africa. I think it's had great goals, it's had entertainment, it's had upsets. Sorry, Ghanaians. You know, it's had everything. I think one thing as well with AFCON, VAR, like, it's actually been faultless. Now that I said that, there's going to be a madness in this game happen, but it's been a fantastic tournament. Unfortunately for the continent of Africa, is only one people can be champions, isn't it? And whether it's going to be Nigeria or Ivory Coast, I guess we're going to see across 90 minutes, assuming it finishes across such penalties and extra time and them things. There are possibilities. If you're on Twitch, big up. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button and let's enjoy a great game of football. You can see the players to the left and right of myself. And yeah, man, you know, simply put, whichever set of 11, excluding subs or including subs, that whatever team does the best, they're the history makers. They're champions of Africa, and every one of those names is etched in their continent's history when it comes to sport. For the losers, they can be proud, but unfortunately, in life, you know, the story is only written by the winners. History doesn't remember the losers, and when it does, it's not favorable, really and truly. But we're getting it. Well, to be fair, when people win, they glamorize the story, but we're going left and right with everything. You lot get the point. Again, smash the like button. Let me know you lot's talking points. Are Nigeria winning this? Are Ivory Coast winning this? Ivory Coast are the host nation, and some of you would have known they actually sacked their manager and they've gone all the way to the final. So it's pretty fair to say that worked out greatly for them, did it not, people? So yeah, big up yourself, American Gunner, my CEO. Thanks in advance. You know what I'm referring to. Hope you and your son and everyone else in your family's doing all right, man. Knowing you, you're cool enough right now. Thomas said, who is DG going for? Whoever wins, man. Whoever wins, I'm with the litness. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm just here on the Marcus Garvey Wakanda thing. I just enjoy the tournament as a neutral. But I'm not going to lie. During this AFCON tournament, big up the Nigerians out there. They've been supporting the thing very heavy. You know, we had a great live stream, actually, when they won the semi-finals to obviously get here. You know, they've been supporting the thing. So I wouldn't mind Nigeria doing it. As an Arsenal man, Pepe's there, but I wouldn't mind Nigeria doing it. You pick up the Nigerians once again. They've been supported by watch-alongs in particular when it comes to AFCON. And one of my most viewed watch-alongs or pieces of content this year is ironically the last game Nigeria played in, man. So, yeah, man, it is what it is in that regards. Sir Jurier and Ekong both doing the niceties with the referee. We're about to see kickoff very shortly. You know, if somebody loses, you know, both of them have played for Spurs in some capacity in their futures. I mean, in their past. So we're running some sort of agenda. Yeah, man. You say Pepe, but forget about Iwobi. Tom, you're right. Apologies, Iwobi. Shout out to Iwobi. He's there as well. So yeah, even harder, Tom, to pick a team. Whoever wins, wins. But it's more for what Nigeria has done for my channel, man. Like, big up you lot, man. And everyone else all around the world and everyone who consistently supports the content. Again, it's a great day for me, regardless. We saw what Arsenal did to West Ham, in it, really and truly. I heard they got hammers. I guess hammers can't talk to a cannon, really and truly. It's crazy. You can see the lineups to the left and right of me, people. Kickoff is literally imminent. And then we're doing, well, the Nigerians and Ivorians will be doing battle, people, and we'll be seeing, simply put, who wins this, who does this, and who is the 2024 AFCON champions. And I personally think, you look at someone like Osimhen, for example, yeah, if you was to speak to him on a realness, would you trade your league title with Napoli to win AFCON? I think he would. I think, you know, before Mane won something with Senegal, I think he would. I think personally, not to belittle anything they've done at club level, I think even Mohamed Salah, all the stuff he's won at Liverpool, if you had to trade that and you win a trophy with Egypt, I think he would as well, really. And I think that goes for a lot of people. You know, way before these players played for whatever clubs and doing what they're doing, they were young men in their nation with hopes and inspiring the nation. And again, history, man. You know, bare people have won a league title, not to belittle winning a league title, because we could get into that, but that's another debate. But How many footballers can say they've won an Asia Cup, a Copa America, a Gold Cup, a World Cup? Like, it's the pinnacle. Nigeria will kick off. I mean, without checking the bookmakers, in my opinion, Nigeria will be the favourites to win this. And we're off, people. Let's see, man. Hopefully it's a good game of football. I do hope it's done in 90 minutes. Let's see what's going on, man. Long ball forward by Nigeria, collected by the goalie. Hey, big up Semi Ajayi as well. You know, he's another former Arsenal man. Shout yourself, Oliver. Not gonna lie, if Nigeria win, London will be a mad scene. Big up Mr. Wenger. You're a funny guy, man. DG, who's the best player at AFCON? I don't know, you know. I really don't know. That's a good question, though. Best player at AFCON? Nigeria having to do some defending here. Well, not really, you know. The Ivorians can't really get their midfielders into the game within the first couple of seconds. But that's a good question, man. Shout some names. And I mean, one thing I give to Nigeria is their defensive structure. I think they've been the best in terms of how they set up in AFCON. Osimhen wins the header. Ademola Lookman tries to bring it on the touch. In fact, a free kick has been given against Ivory Coast. And Nigeria obviously have a free kick in that regards. But yeah, I can't answer that, man. Ivory Coast about to get all the ref calls, just like the Asia Cup yesterday with Qatar winning. I'm sure, you know, however you win, that would be lit. Could we see the first goal of the final? No, it's good defending from Ivory Coast. It looked like Osimhen could have been in here. Nigeria trying to win the ball back very high up the pitch, and that's a very committed tackle there by Ajayi again. Apologies, Oliinko. I didn't think that was anything really. This is going to be a good game, man. This is going to be... Oh, to be brutally honest... Oh, it's the follow leg. I was about to say, I don't think that's a free kick. Need Niger tears on the timeline. I hear it. I mean, Gold Cup, I just tried to plug Jamaica into the football thing. I tried, man. Allow me. I just tried to say the Gold Cup. Of course, you're right. It'd be lit. Nigeria's captain, Ekong, has found Iwobi. Iwobi switches play and finds Anya. I think Anya, I don't even know if AFCON do team of the tournament, but I think Anya should be there. I think he's had a faultless tournament, really and true. I know he missed the penalty. It was crazy, but other than that, I think he's been quality, really, for his nation. Got a newfound respect for you. I wasn't really ready. I think you're a decent player. You know, you come through Chelsea's academy, so of course you're going to be. I think if you defo played in Italy at like Torino or something, you're at Fulham, you're playing Premier League football, but got a new appreciation. Calvin Bassey with a long ball forward. The idea was good. The application was dead. What country am I from? England. But if you're talking heritage, Barbados and Jamaica, from my friend. AFCON probably second most hyped tournament after the World Cup because everyone gets gas when the tournament happens. I think, well, definitely where England's concerned, obviously, you know, well, I say England, I can't talk for the whole of England, but I can only talk for my immediate reality. And obviously, you know, dysphoria and that one good thing has been about England is, you know, a lot of people come here for work and stuff. And, you know, like, for example, I have a friend who's from Afghanistan, for example. But yeah, a lot of the man are Ivorian and Nigerian and many different African regions and whatnot. So the banter and obviously the interest, you know, I'm pretty sure you walk down, well, Congo gone out, but West Green Road would have been lit. You know, when Ghana were in the World Cup, you know, you could not walk down Tottenham High Road without seeing a Ghanaian person moving brazy, you know. So, yeah, I think in my immediate reality, yeah, man, it probably is. And it'd be nice if the tournament got a bit more respect, man. Like, we all know why they're going to look down on the tournament and what they're going to say and all of this sort of stuff. And, yeah, of course, there's many things that could be improved, like with everything. But I think, as I said at the start of this live stream, I think this tournament has been a very good showing of AFCON, really and truly. I think it's been a very entertaining tournament. So, yeah, Halia, who's had Halia's journey as well, man. You know, football must be a dream for him to keep playing as a professional footballer after obviously having testicular cancer. Like, that's crazy. DG, do you think major finals should have a halftime show like the Super Bowl? Not in football. All the other sports, if they want to run that, then do that. Not in football. Do all that stuff before the game, man. I can't lie. I'm going to sound like a spoiled, privileged Arsenal fan, but one of the most jarring things for me is when you go to a FA Cup final or something, all the balls, pardon my French, all the stuff before it's long, man. I ain't not trying to see all of that. Just get the ball in the center of the pitch, kick ball, and let's go. But I understand it adds to the entertainment product. And as much as I'm saying that, I'm sure there was I didn't watch the game. I just saw it on social media, but I'm sure there was a Saudi League Cup final or something, and Ronaldo's there, and the Undertaker's come out. I mean, that kind of changed my thinking, man. Would you rather Barbados win the World Cup 3 times in a row or Arsenal win the treble twice? Barbados 3 times in a row, man. My granddad would be looking down from heaven, RIP, with tears of happiness in it. So yeah, man. But Arsenal winning the treble be lit though. Well, treble twice. I'm being humble as an Arsenal fan. I'm not even screaming all of that. Can we just pick up a Champions League? I promise you, I'll be so unbearable if Arsenal win the Champions League. Shameless. Absolutely shameless. But yeah, I want the league title. But yeah, DG, don't forget we murdered West Ham 6-0. You know what we did, man? Hammers got hammered. We dealt with City, dealt with Liverpool, dealt with United, dealt with West Ham. This is what we do, man. Odegaard was a joy to watch in that game, man. I was watching bits of the game again before we've obviously gone live now. Odegaard, crazy. Declan Rice, crazy. Trossard, Bossa. Bukayo, young savage. And to be fair with you, the day could get even better if you're Bukayo Saka, really and truly, because, I'm sure while he represents England, he's a proud Nigerian. And I'm sure his family the same. He's probably watching this as we speak. Big up yourself, Cam, man. Big up Barbados, man. I didn't know. A lot of you, man. I've seen some of you tell me you're from South Korea, Germany, all different places, man. You lot should tell me where you're locked in from. Australia, if I haven't said that. Corner kick to Ivory Coast. Doesn't get to anything. They still have it. Saku Fufana. He was good in the group stages. Unfortunately, you can't watch the match, man. Copyrights and that. Come on, Ivory Coast. Oh, you're moving, Brazy. It's crazy what football is like. It's crazy. Them kind of football content creators is absolutely crazy. Like, hey, I hope dinner tasted better this evening after Arsenal bag 6. Don't know why that comment's coming up. Must be some West Ham hackers infiltrating the thing. But of course, it's lovely to win. Halia just can't get there. In the replay showed. To be brutally honest, Ivory Coast have got in behind a couple of times now. It's come to nothing, obviously, or the scoreline would have changed. But you've seen this. And if I'm the Nigerian players, let alone the manager, when the euphoria of getting to the man's about to say World Cup final, into the final dies down, there's several things that need to be done better if they are to win. Because had South Africa's finishing been better, it could have been Pete. Saku Fufana of Ivory Coast. Sent someone for a bagel slyly. It's down this left-hand side. What can happen? Step overs. Anya got ripped. Hey, went over the bar. Hey, Anya. As a fullback, we've been there. Next 50-50. You got to clamp him still. That was naughty. I mean, end of the day, it's about end product. And unfortunately for Ivory Coast, it wasn't there. But they've started really strong. And I'm sure, Nigeria's been heavily represented during AFCON. And I'm sure there's hella Nigerians in the stadium. But correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not in Ivory Coast? In a final which could come down to fine margins, it's almost like you got 12 players. And if I'm Ivory Coast, I'm reminding the referee of where he is. And if he wants to go home, you make the right decisions. Got to do what you can to win. In fact, even looking at the stadium, just hella, I ain't seen green yet, really. Just hella orange. But how many finals have we seen or games start like this? Again, saying Ivory Coast have started strong is a bit of an exaggeration, but I think they've been a bit better on the ball. They've strung passes to be a bit more crisper, and they've looked more threatening. But again, it's only 8 minutes into this clash. It's far too early to be drawing conclusions, man. Don't let me down, my fellow Nigerians. I hear that. Unfortunately, I can't show the match copyright, man. Shamelessly supporting Ivory Coast brought their flag when Maxwell Kone signed for Burnley. It's back out now for Fufana. I hear it. And this is the thing where I wish both teams could win, because like some people are going to have the best day of their life. Some are going to have the worst day of their life, depending on the result. Halia, ex-West Ham player, shout out to him for beating cancer. But another striker that Moyes ruined is Skamaka. To be fair, Skamaka's decent. I don't know. Sometimes these things, Calvin Bassey's fouled his man. Sometimes these things just happen. Like managers and players just don't see eye to eye. You're not the tactical fit. And that's the beautiful thing about football. It's a funny old game of opinions. Like, yeah, really, you could think someone is delicious. People think she's dead, but that's what matters to you. Big up Ireland, man. Luckily Irish. Top of the morning to you. Is that how it is? I used to have, I don't know if it's Northern Ireland or Republic of Ireland, forgive me, but I'm pretty sure in primary school, my teacher, in her Irish voice, she used to say that. Barkley definitely eating some jollof, hoping for a Nigeria win. Them kind of man are not really tapped into that side, though, man. Come on, man. Unfortunately, you know what time it's like if Jadon Sancho says he's Jamaican or something. You know what happened. You don't know that side like that. That is missing, man. I'm allowed to say it, and I hope not the case, but you know, cut, man, not really 30 like that. It's not a that. Hey, big up the Super Eagles, man. Man are going for Jamie's going for Nigeria 2, Ivory Coast 0. Oof. So you know what? The only thing with AFCON is I wish there was a tiny bit more technical quality in terms of in the final third. Because some like look at South Africa, like yeah. Sometimes you know when you think there's going to be goals, there might not be that many. Crazy comment on what the heck did I walk into when we get in the Jamaican watch along. When we get into something serious, isn't it? I'm Team Nigeria all the way. Let go. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. Hey. It's always hey. Everyone be friends. Everyone be friends. Everyone be friends. America and Mexico get to participate in Copa America from time to time. America hosting it this summer. 2K maximum to watch Messi. Boy, marketing, get peas, man. Get peas. Do what you need. Do what you need to do. DJ ever dated an African girl before? Yeah. In what capacity? I'm not even wearing it, but yeah. Like, I mean, no. I would like to see what that's like. DMs. Let's go. Let's go. Girls, if you need a shoulder to cry on, let's go. I mean, no, I have not. I would love to see jollof rice and all them things there. It's not better than rice and peas, is it? Let me see. If it's lit, I might agree. I'm a fool, man. I was all entertainment. Ivory Coast in possession. Kessier. Oh, he's strong in it. Nah, you could never. Kessier actually won a free kick. You learned that at Barcelona. You're too big paws to be dropping on the floor like that. You defo dived. He was going on a strong rampage and run forward, and he just went, Oof. Mind games. This 1 minute delay is crazy in America. I can't lie. I hear that. Why is it delayed by a minute? For America, probably see what happens before it. I have strong belief in the Super Eagles. I hear it. DG, buck us again at OT. Smash and grab won't save you next time. Who are you? Who's that? Oh, you support Man United? Big up you lot, man. You lot beat Villa and that. We didn't do that. That's crazy. Why haven't you played us? It's cool, man. Make sure you get champs. You getting champs? Fair enough. Can't lie, I was watching that game when it was 1-1. I thought it's lit. And then obviously Scott McTominay does what he does for Man United in that regards. I was vexed. Douglas, why I didn't catch why Douglas Luiz was doing that celebration in front of Onana. And again, he looks like an idiot as well, because if you're gonna do that sort of stuff, smash the like button. We've got 55 likes. What's going on, people? If you're gonna do that stuff, you need to make sure that you win. Oh, Anya, that was booky. Corner kick to Ivory Coast. I can't lie. I mean, you've seen this a couple of times for Nigeria. So Jose Mourinho Tigis, sit back, absorb the pressure, and win the game. But Gradle and Ivory Coast have probably started better in an attacking sense. That was kind of booky from Nigeria, but it's a corner kick. An early goal either way would be great in a game like this, though, man. Big up Jogba in the building. Let me hold that watch, big bro. You don't need that. You can buy the next one. Saku Fufana, is he going to shoot? He does. I mean, the keeper would be smoking something if he let that go in it. Straight into the keeper's hands. To be fair to you, though, imagine that. It must be gassed as a footballer. Imagine sitting there like, as an Ivorian, you're playing in a final in your home country, and Jogba's there. Obviously, Jogba, probably like, you know, anyone who's, you know, a legendary Nigerian figure, if they're following the AFCON as in being there, they probably talked to the players and inspired them. Imagine Jogba's cheering you on. You get gassed. And then losing would be a nightmare, monkey. Can you comment and say hi to everyone? I said hi to everyone, Yasmin, but hi, everyone. Don't know. Hi. Top of the morning to you. For the Irish again. Hi. Do you support Ivory Coast or Nigeria? I'm just enjoying some football, man. I'm just enjoying some football, man. Someone that's got some sort of Arsenal connection is going to leave with the trophy. I'm just here, man. I am going to, you know, I'm either Nigerian or Ivorian, depending on who wins. I want to be part for the shamelessly. I want to be part for the celebrations. Where in Nigeria from? Lagos, man. Come on. You know this. Shameless lies. I hope Nigeria win today, though. The group chat's probably crazy. Unfortunately, I can't look at that. Ivory Coast dominating midfield. Yeah, but you got to put the ball in the back in the net, rude boy. You got to score. It's a final. You just got to get over the line. Doesn't matter how you do it. This is, if I was a manager and you lot see my content, big up you lot for supporting. I'm quite analytical. I football, let's be serious. The IQ thing is lit. If I was a manager, I'd have all of that. 9 games out of 10. But you see, unless we lose, if we win this, I don't care about mistakes made. I don't care what we could have done better. I don't care about any XG. Don't care about none of that. Just win the game. Just win the game. It's a final. Just win the game. You know, both teams are probably got their, you know, celebrations booked. Wavy things are going on, concerts and that. Well, you could probably walk through the street. If Ivory Coast lose today, yeah, apart from the Nigerians making noise and anyone who wants Ivory Coast to suffer in that regards, this could be one of the littest countries in terms of entertainment for a couple of hours, or probably one of the most quietest places in the world at that given time. Could you, like, again, and there must be a different kind of pressure on the Ivorians as well, now that I come to think of it, because you're actually playing in your homeland. It's a gift and a curse because it can give you some energy. Same way, you know, it could attempt to intimidate Nigeria, even though I don't think that's the case. Halia of Ivory Coast, speaking of them, just as the commentator talked, it's gone and it's here with Iwobi. Iwobi, that was a poor pass. Osimhen had no chance of keeping that in. And he's getting mad at Iwobi. Again, Nigeria need an outlet. They need to knock the ball around, man. So, yeah, man. Pick up yourself, man. You're moving mad, LG. Hey, everyone be friends, man. Everyone be cool, man. Don't ruin it. I'd say London will be absolutely nuts tonight if the Super Eagles win. Super Bowl settings. Will it really? London, really? I mean, London, you'll find people celebrating every day for some reason, but lit? I'm not sure. Do you know what? One of the saddest times, actually, was when England lost the Euros, actually. That's one of the best atmospheres. Oh! Olienka just nutmeg Fufana, and well, Nigeria still have possession, but they're not really going to threaten the keeper. To be fair, the Euros, when England lost, when Sancho and Rashford missed, let's forget about Saka, he scored this today. Probably one of the saddest places. And to be fair, one of the best times to be in London was probably that run. And I'm sure before that as well. Not just this Euros. There was another time recently. If Nigeria wins or not, I'm still glad we got to the final. I hear that as well, but at the same time, that's a hype, man. DG, Alicia Keys joining Usher at the halftime show, apparently. But hey. Wish I was doing the show with Alicia Keys, man. I'll tell you that. I was supporting Italy. I feel bad now. I mean, I've got a bit of a conflicted relationship with supporting England. Like, it's us. We do this thing. But unfortunately, we all know when results go left, who gets blamed, what's going on. You know, when things are going well, it's a bit like what Ozil said. When we win, I'm German. When you lose, I'm Turkish, and that gets a bit brazen. And obviously, look at history and the colonial powers you got. So if we win, it's lit. I just support them and them, really. It's conflicted, but yeah, I wanted England for Saka to do it, but also not to do it, but also to do it. Like, it's crazy, man. I normally support the Netherlands. So why should you support in Italy just because it's an England hater thing? And it would have been nice, man, because I don't think Gareth Southgate's the guy for England. I don't. I think, you know, when you've got Kobe Mainoo coming up now, sorry, Ghanaians, if he picks you, look great, but you got him and, you know, Saka and Foden and, you know, on form, whatever you say, Rashford, Sancho, even young Jacob Ramsey, Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, Aaron Ramsdale, Benjamin White, Eddie Nketiah. I'm trying to plug Arsenal, but along Smith Rowe. But away from the nonsense, you've got all these exciting attacking players. Or I think the quality options for England at centre half could be better. Like, who have England got? And again, just speaking off the top of my head, so it might be whatever. But what top quality centre back? Forget, I'm not talking about playing for England. I'm talking about, like, you say the best centre backs in the world. Certain names are going to get said regardless of their country. What top centre back is there? For me, Stones would play, like, but who is there really? But long story short, you've got all I would argue England in my lifetime, anyways. Maybe not in terms of stardust, because, you know, you had the golden generation, but in terms of balance all around the squad and in terms of attack, Gareth Southgate's far too conservative to do any of that. But I do like his camaraderie. I do like how he speaks about topics where he could cower away from it, if I'm honest. While I disagree with Southgate, I'm 28, so if you're older, fair enough. But as much as I might not rate Gareth Southgate, when is England typically, and I say doing well subjectively. But when have England been getting to the latter stages of tournaments and actually, to a degree, over-delivering? Because it's a bit of a double-edged sword in that we don't expect England to do anything anyways, but then we sit there and look and say, Kane this and that and the third, and say, oh, yeah, we should win. So I don't know, man. It all really depends how you look at it. Corner kick to Ivory Coast. It's been delivered. It's been headed. Oh, stop shouting, making bare noise. I thought Gradle did the bicycle. I thought he did the madness. Wow. Corner kicks come in. It's actually cannon off a Nigeria shirt. And to be fair, that's all Gradle could do. It's a reaction kind of thing. Oh, he got his bearings wrong. It looks a lot more terrible, actually, when you pre it. But nonetheless, it looked lit. Almost. So close, but so far. England always playing with the handbrake on. I agree with that as well, because that's where I think Southgate's not the guy. Like, I'm not like many fans that say, oh, you can't call up Henderson and Calvin Phillips, because you need, I'm not saying they need to start, but you need, and I'm not saying these players in particular, but you need a couple of them, man, in a tournament. You need a couple of them in games anyways. You need people that can do the dirty work, and you need options, really, and they do have experience. But there's too many of them kind of guys. It should stop at Declan Rice, really, and a one next one, and maybe someone that can do that role if required. Currently, it's still 0-0 here between Nigeria and Ivory Coast, people. Nigeria look the least likely to score. Ivory Coast, it feels like attacking wave after wave, but Nigeria's defense are holding firm. And at the end of the day, in a cup game, in a cup final, better yet, if you don't put the ball in the back of the net, it's irrelevant. 20-odd minutes in, 21 minutes and 23 seconds, better yet. Nigeria 0, Ivory Coast 0. And I don't want to see no water breaks in the final, man. There's none of that. This ain't under 8s. I think Braithwaite can be elite. From memories, it look like a young Rio Reese. I rate Braithwaite. I think he's cold. But you see, with that, we have to give him time. If we're talking about, obviously 2 years is a long time, but if we're talking about the Euros in the summer, or like the 2026 World Cup, where he's a young centre-back, really, I rate him as well. I think with him, he's not name brand. It's not a sexy name. It's not a sexy player. Centre-back playing for everything from Carlisle. But I just believe when you look at the balance of this England team or the options, this is probably not only you've got good players, you've got balance. Like, but I would say centre-back, really and truly, like, Stone's cool. Who else is there, really? He's decent. Tomori's decent, but he don't even get rated like that. Lookman persisting. I thought he should get a free kick there, and he has. Nigeria need to get the ball down, play a couple of passes, and more importantly, I would say, get further up the pitch. Silly foul to give away. Good determination from Lookman. Whichever team wins tonight, this has been a tournament the African continent can be proud of. It's been vibes all the way, but I hope Nigeria wins it. But I hear that. Southgate makes the most sense for England. Can't see us playing pep football internationally. That's true. But I am thinking now, it is a that thing now for England. You need a Pep, a Jose, someone that's, obviously they're two very different sorts of football. Someone that's an elite manager, even if Carlo Ancelotti wanted to do it. Of course, this doesn't necessarily correlate, but I think that is where we're going, really and truly, with it. And don't get twisted, I do think Southgate, he'll fall in line when told to, and that he's not radical. So, yeah. Ivory Coast have been better than Nigeria. They have currently. Southgate got Middlesbrough relegated, and they haven't been in the Prem since. Crazy, isn't it? If you told me Southgate the player, I never would have thought he'd end up being the manager. I would name starting 11: Pickford, Walcott, White, Stones, Trippier, Rice, Bellingham, Foden, Saka, Kane, Grealish. There's a lot of options, man. There's a lot of options. Starting 11. But then again, international football is different because, you know, I do think people sleep on the experience factor. Defense is where it gets a bit political. But like if I was England manager and we're starting the Euros at this moment in time, and we're playing our first group game now as Nigeria and Ivory Coast are playing, Pickford's been undroppable, really, and he hasn't really let down England, but Arsenal bias probably showing. Ramsdale in goal. Kyle Walker right back. Left back. Oof. It's not really much, is there? Let's keep left back blank. Centre half, Stones. Probably Stones and Gurley or something like that off the top. In fact, you know what? He don't really listen. I don't really want to back him, but probably Stones and Maguire at this moment in time, really and truly, I would say. Midfield, Rice, Bellingham, Foden in the 10. On the right, Saka. On the left, a fit Rashford or a fit Sterling would be my immediate bias, or inform, or Sancho. But I think that's blank. Up front is obviously Kane. So I actually don't know about the other really centre-back spot, left-back or left-hand side, really. I'm not really convinced. Ivory Coast is looking to clear their lines. Iwobi gets on the ball. Bit of a dodgy pass from him, and his captain is forced to hook it first time. Osman attempts to win the header. He doesn't. I hope Osman's all right. Oh, there's a bit of handbags now between Ndeka and Osman. Bang him. Osman's getting pushed. To be fair, I thought initially Ivan Ndeka was trying to pick him up, but it looked like he was rattled. It looked like he was making the most. There's a bit of handbags. This is what this game needs. All right, Gradle, you should come off the pitch. Stop making peace. Stop making peace. Stop making peace. This is what we need. This is what we need in our final. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Football's got way too PG. Let's go, ref. Come on, grown men out there. No need for a yellow card. And you might as well bang him. This is where you get a football and you wait to the group of the other team and you throw a football at their heads. That was my thing, as well as pushing. Saying that, I got a yellow card the other day. Back. So it's stupid yellow. It's stupid yellow card, really and truly. So I'm giving away a free kick. I'm holding the ball for which I'm being nice for no reason. Giving it to the player. He's not taking it. So I just dashed in his face. The ref gave me a yellow card. Like, what's going on? DG loves the squabbles. No, I don't, man. Violence isn't the thing. Isn't the thing. Joe Gomez could be an option. Tomori is Sol Campbell 2.0. Nah. You don't. Your footballing IQ ain't like Sol Campbell's. You don't want to defend like so. You probably are better on the ball. Even that, Sol Campbell was a baller still. Nah, man. Show me this. And Ndeka will F up Osimhen. I say them and they fight. And let's see then, isn't it? Like, we might as well see. Anyways, after the squabble, free kick to Nigeria, Lookman has delivered. The man who was at the center of it in Ivan Ndeka's won the second. I thought Osimhen fouled this man. Yeah, he did. That was Kalas from Osimhen. He's giving away a silly free kick. Enjoy now, DG, before they introduce the blue cards. It's jarring, man. The game's gone crazy. Stop trying to be like NBA and NFL and all these sports where you stop time. It's dead. No one wants that. To be fair, the Nigerian manager is not happy with the referee, one of the officials, to the point where the referee is doing the jogging thing to talk to him. He's vexed. I love this. Oh, ref, there's no need for yellows. Come on. You know what, ref? It's your moment. You might never coach a final again, I hear it. Who you got in the Super Bowl tonight? Honestly, not a clue. I always say I watch NFL, I have no clue what's going on, but I find it so fascinating. Whoever's the winners, isn't it? They leave right I suppose. But yeah, I mean, sin bins and blue cards and all these fancy cards, they've been in Sunday League for a minute. To be fair, referees don't typically use them, but every now and again in Sunday League, you do get them nerds, and I have served some time for those blue cards. You'd be looking at the ref like 10 minutes have gone. And he's like, no, it's 9 minutes and 35 seconds and then the milliseconds. Like, absolute neek. Absolute neek. Absolute neek. Pepe to come off the bench and win it. Forget that blue card nonsense, terrible idea from some suit in an office somewhere. Exactly. It's ruining football's gone, man. Football's gone. Football's gone. You're going to get 11 subs soon. Probably 20, 30 years, it's going to be a thing where the game's split into 4 quarters and there's a different 11. The game's already gone. Like, I don't want to scream like them guys back in my day, but football's dead. Football's not about the artistry. It's not about the purity. It's not about individuality. It's horrible, man. Blue card, Simbin. And again, what annoys me about that is, what do you dictate is a blue card offense? I hear that it's, and I should really do my research, but when you read and hear little things, it's around tactical fouls and that. Napoli, Roma rivalry resurrected. Making me laugh, couldn't even say the word. And then, you're right, there's probably a bit of that as well. Probably a bit of that. But yeah, football's gone crazy, man. Like football's boring now. I don't really enjoy football. There's not really that many footballers that I enjoy to watch. And don't get twisted, you lot know I love football and I love football at its purest sort of part. But it's dead now, man. Like, there's not many footballers I could say I enjoy watching. Even some at my club where I'm going to have an affinity to them. Enjoy. There's not many. The game's gone, man. It's all about agendas and heat maps and expected goals and field tilts and all of this. And I like a lot of that. You can have every color in the rainbow, but if the refs are crap and inconsistent, it doesn't matter. Professional, you said it there. It doesn't matter. Like, when is it even going to be introduced? Yo, DG, did you see the pink hair guy from Genoa cry after Vinny Jr. cooked him? Brazilian done, pardon me. It's clearly emotional, innit? He's one of them, man. Feminine dons. Like, it's one of them, man, innit? Like, very passionate in the feminine sense. Big up, Gally. Got pink hair. What do you think's going to happen? Clearly can't control your emotions. Genoa got cooked, though, but it is what it is. Odegaard is still poetry. There's 1-2 players that Odegaard. A cooling break in a final. You see what I mean? The game's gone. Doesn't matter how hot it is. In the Prem, I'd say Odegaard. Pure artist footballers. Odegaard, Bernardo Silva. I don't really like, they're not to these man's level, but to a degree, Smith Rowe and Cole Palmer. Not really much after that. Like, the pure kind of footballers, not really much. There's probably a couple. DG, you can only take what? Bring the questions, people. Foden's one. Vinicius is an enjoyable footballer to watch. DG, you can only take one player in the summer out of Elise, Eze, and Simmons. Who you taking? Xavi Simmons, man. I would say in order, Xavi Simmons. I would say Elise first and a second, sorry, and that would be my immediate go-to. But then I look at his injuries and I think Elise is better, but I think Eze, I downplay Eze a lot. And I don't think we're gonna go for your profile of number 8, but you could do a thing in this Arsenal squad. Simmons first, Elise second, Eze first. Nah, do you know what? Simmons first, and then it's a tie. Give me either one, really. Evening, DG. Still can't believe how well Arsenal played today. That's a ground we have really struggled at lately. Do you think we're starting to click as an attacking force? I mean, I think we are. I think the main thing has been probably there's been something that I wish Graham, I was a fly on the wall and could see what we're doing in training. Oh. Anyway, sorry, distraction. Beautiful things really do frazzle guys, but yeah, I would love to be a fly on the wall at the Emirates and see exactly what we're doing in that regards and how we're improving. But for me, as an ignorant fan that doesn't have that, I think it's more of a confidence thing, man. Like, because when we're missing chances, because even though we won 6-0 today, and of course it's football, we're going to miss chances. You know, Saka on another day probably needs to score that header. Trossard should have scored a volley and a couple other half chances. I think it's more confidence we're going again. Like, even when I think it was obviously when we played West Ham, we was losing the last time. We weren't the most confident of sides. And I look at the chances missed in the Liverpool game in the Premier League versus the FA Cup. So, and even when we was doing bad, we're still doing them, working the same ways. It just lost that spring. Who is the most skillful footballer right now, barring Neymar and Messi? Vinicius. In terms of what I want to see, Vinicius. Probably a couple others, Vinicius. But I'm biased. I like players that can do that. And I also like players that, I know Arsenal fans won't agree, but Maddison, players that, you know, the players that you would like to fight if they didn't play for you. Ivory Coast could be in it. Ivory Coast is shot across. The keeper of Nigeria has made a big save. I do think the left fullback for Nigeria did not have to take a safety first approach there. Again, Ivory Coast banging on the door. It's terrible defending from Nigeria. They look a bit sluggish. There might have been too much Call of Duty. It's a save you'd expect the keeper to make. Rodrigo is underrated. He needs to show a thing. Boy, I did, man. I did. I can't lie to you. I did. Eze is a baller. He's eligible to play for Nigeria as well. The midfield could use his skill right now. Hasn't he played for England, though? Obviously, I don't know if it's, you know, if it's a friendly, you can still play in that. Nigeria got ballers, man. I think every diaspora nation needs to look at what Nigeria do. They get the Nigerians, and then obviously the British-born ones, they're convincing. Aye, Kanu, my God, royalty. Hey, he put on the pounds, man. He's eating good, isn't it? But yeah, big up Kanu. But yeah, probably. You know, again, like I think that they're doing the blueprint like Nigeria. And on top of that, there's one thing promising. Like, bro, you can get one cap for England or you can join this litness. We're in finals. We're doing these things. And then I think, obviously, there's a lot of other factors to consider. But Whether it's Nigeria, Ghana, whatever have you, it can't always be seen as okay. England. It can't always be done first with England in mind first. Like, I can't get an England squad. Let me go and play for them. It don't make sense. And I think that's the area Nigeria in now, is that if you're a young British-born Nigerian lad that can play for England, might have even played for England at youth level, we know England are probably going to get further in cups and that, but it's seen as an enticing project in its own right. And when you see the scenes, actually, where they all just play Call of Duty and that, it looks the vibes, man. Ivory Coast in possession. That's a good ball out to this left-hand side. That's a very good ping. And Ivory Coast, again, another attacking wave. Overstretch. You're never going to get a free kick for that. Goal kick to Nigeria. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still 0-0. And if you're Ivory Coast, based on what I've seen in this opening 35 minutes, like I always say with Arsenal, you want to get a goal. Because the one luxury, whether Nigeria are playing to their standard or whatever, the one luxury they have is they've probably been second best, and it's nil. Well, Jogba almost got hit with the ball, and it's still 0-0 at half time. The coach is going to let them know. The players are going to think as well. You can see what that miss done for Jogba, or better yet, that incompetent decision making. So yeah, man. DG, what do you think happens if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid? Would you drop Vinny for Mbappe? We're going to see who's the global superstar in it, because obviously Kylian Mbappe, how he behaves at PSG, quite frankly, he can't do that at Real Madrid. People get beaten up and run out for less than that. And look, Bale didn't even do nothing, and they're chasing cars and all these crazy things. But and again, Real Madrid Galacticos, everybody's sick. But even when Real Madrid were at their prime, and you had Modric, Toni Kroos, all of the list, and they're all levels. You had Ronaldo. Ronaldo is quote unquote the poster boy. They're probably the biggest shirt seller. I do think maybe not so much now because he's starting to do his thing and he's a key player for Real Madrid. But in terms of, Nigeria could be in here. They could be in here. It's a poor first touch from their left back. Corner kick to Nigeria. Like, it took Vinicius a while to get there to the level he's playing at now. And I think that's made people kind of sleep on him until the last few years, because now he's a key player for Real Madrid. But when you're looking at the franchise player, there's all franchise, all Galacticos. Who is going to be that? Is it going to be Vinicius, who clearly is adored internally in Real Madrid and he loves it, or Kylian Mbappe, who's probably going to come with the pre-tag of quality player, generational talent, done a madness, can help us win champs and stuff, but a bit of a spoiled, entitled prat, if you're honest with yourselves. Corner kick to Nigeria. Has it come to anything? Still in the box. Ikong heads. Oh, it's 1-0 Nigeria. As I said, you need to take your chances. Ikong, Jogba, Ikong from a corner, powerful header. And the captain bags. Nigeria have one hand on glory. And that helps Nigeria as well, because now Ivory Coast, to a degree, might have to throw the kitchen sink at stuff. And obviously that's going to open up space. Completely against the run of play. As I said, you need to take your chances. Nigeria 1, Ivory Coast 0. Poor heading, though. Who's number 17 for Ivory Coast? Aurier. Horrible. What are you waiting for? He's waiting for it to drop. Ekong's a man mountain in comparison to him and completely dwarfs the former Tottenham Hotspur fullback, slandering. And it's a serious header. He just wanted it more. And again, we were speaking about stories. My man played for Spurs, but he was Dutch. He's played for Dutch at youth level. He's tapped back into his roots. And look what he's doing now. And the Super Eagles have one hand on AFCON. Boy, football is crazy. Nigeria 1. Ivory Coast 0. And just before halftime as well. If you're Ivory Coast, you got no choice but to keep going. But yeah. But back to the Mbappe thing, like, I don't think Vinicius has to leave. Maybe it could be a bit like the Messi Neymar stuff that saw Neymar go to PSG. I don't know. Ivory Coast, foul given against them. But yeah, they'll have to bet on one, man. They'll have to bet on one. But I think they can coexist, man. At the end of the day, put your egos to the side. You can make me a better player in training. I can make you a better player in training. We can win stuff and be part of litness together. So yeah, and I think there's a reality for all of them players with all the games and stuff to coexist. Like, there's actually a reality where Kylian Mbappe or Vinicius, one of them can play on the left or the right. And it'll be interesting to see who gets to play on the left, their preferred position in what I believe on a consistent basis, regardless of what the manager thinks. But, one of them, I'd put Mbappe up front, Vinicius out wide, interchange and all of that. Rodrigo could go out there on the right-hand side. You can still get all the other guys in the mix. Boy, Nigeria have taken the lead, folks, in this AFCON final. Gradle's been fouled. I mean, Gradle in 2024 is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Kessier getting into handbags. Wenger in the building tonight. I didn't see that, but I hope so. Mbappe will play wherever Don Carlo tells him to. Exactly. Where's Zaha for Ivory Coast? I have to assume he's not been called up. Arsenal should sign Singo. Decent, really, but I think he's good, but I'm not sure. One of the Bellingham, Rodrigo, Vinicius will be dropped. In my opinion, I think it'd be Rodrigo because Madrid play 4-4-2 with Bellingham playing the late runs like Lampard. There you have it, but I do think, it's Real Madrid. Anytime you're not putting in the shift or you've gone through a bit of form, the next one comes in. But yeah, I wish this was my team, man. Imagine, look at all the players we're talking about. And Mbappe is a bit of a diva for me. Take it or not, I wouldn't want that coming in the dressing room. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having that I'm taking killing Mbappe at the Emirates. Like, Mbappe's just never been rushed or thumped in his mouth. Like, he's the big brother. He's clearly spoiled. Like, God looked at you like you're gonna be special. Dons are getting Real Madrid trials at 13, 14, and that. He needs to get beaten up, really and truly, internally, and then I think he'll be all right. They've made him a monster at PSG. They signed him for big money. They made it all Mbappe. Yes. Ooh, Osman ripped someone. I thought that was a foul. They've made it all about Mbappe. Come on, man. As much as Mbappe is lit and whatnot, I swear in his contract, he technically has a 1-year option that he can decide to extend. What's going on? That's crazy. He is a diva. Madristas felt disrespected at Bell because he refused to learn the language. He played golf instead. Boy, DG, who do you think wins in the scrap, Dice or Company? If Company headbutts Sean Dice, then probably. But I just think Sean Dice he's one of them mad geezers, man. I'm just going to keep going to the end. So if it's that thing, then yeah. One guy I think is cold is Yildiz from Juventus. Yeah, he's making inroads. You can see why he was linked with Liverpool and Arsenal and all these things. Juventus be crazy to let him go. Ademola Lookman to Osimhen. Osimhen hasn't been able to knock it off to a teammate. And it's back here of Ivory Coast. I mean, apart from that set piece and the goal, Ivory Coast have been the better team, but that, as I said, it doesn't matter. If I'm Nigerian, take being the better team. We'll take the trophy. Ball into the box by Ivory Coast. Good header by Calvin Bassey. Oh, crazy tackle. What the hell was that from Hellier on Iwobi? Absolutely crazy. The defense getting clean sheets recently gives the attackers more confidence going forward, knowing we're solid at the back. I hear it because I guess we're not second guessing. And I don't think that's why I think it's confidence, because we're not self-guessing. I hope Calvin Bassey's all right. Looks like a clash of heads, occupational hazard. I think that the bye break gave us a chance to reset and we're looking good now. I hear that. Paqueta is one player I love to watch. Yeah, when he's on song, he's decent. One of the pure Brazilians that, I feel a lot of the Brazilian players coming up now are very robotic. It's the system way of playing that kills the game. Very little space for proper players to express themselves on the pitch. Yeah, there you have it. Like the teams always come first, but I feel it should always be to a degree about, even if it's football that's rough housery and not entertaining. Yeah, as a manager, you've got to adapt your players to what you want. But I always think you should enhance what's ahead of you. And I think it's too much about systems. And if you're kind of a mavericky player and whatnot, you're going to get lost, really and truly. It's adapt or survive. That's why Ozil didn't really, end his career in the way he could have. You look at David Silva, he was poetry in motion. He recognized from early, I kind of need to be one of these new game kind of people. It will be. It's hooked clear by Nigeria. This left back is on vibes, man. Osimhen competing. Osimhen's lit. Oh, I don't think that's a free kick against Nigeria. I think you're lucky if you're Ivory Coast. Osimhen, talk to Arsenal, man. Don't let Jogba chat to you. Kanu, do your job, please. Especially if Nigeria win, do your job, please. Business cards, all sorts. Let's get it done. Ivory Coast looking to attack. Credit to Oliyenko of Nigeria. He's completely disarmed his Ivory Coast counterpart. And then, to be honest, that was a horrible ball into Osimhen. Osimhen's attempted to turn a terrible ball into a good one. And I think he's kept it on. Hey, Osimhen's a good player, man. I'd say at an Arteta meeting, the pitch is cut up like a maths class. Probably. Deluded. What's your African country, bros? America. Most of us don't know what country, let alone tribe we come from. You're not alone. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. I don't even believe doing ancestry.com and all of that stuff is legit. I don't really trust people. You can just, because you can tell people they're from anywhere and make it believable. And how can they tell you it's not? Mbappe is not a team player. We have a good team, where's the iron team? I think Mbappe is a good team player. I think he's got his ways about it, but I think he wants to be a winner. Obviously, France had ability, but it worked for France. What's going on here? Osimhen's still on the floor. Ref, don't make this about you, please. There is no iron team, though. You're right, but Kylian, you're welcome at the Emirates. I'm not going to act because you do have I don't agree with how you act, but if you're going to act like that in general, make sure you got the ability, and he's got that. So, boy, it is what it is. 75 likes. Can we get to 100 by the end of the stream? Do you think Arsenal have a chance of getting Kimmich in the summer? And if so, would you want him at the Emirates? I would love to have Kimmich at the Emirates, able to play at right back if required in central midfield. I guess 4 minutes of added on time. I think you've always got an opportunity to sign anyone, but I think he's one that if he leaves, who knows? There's clubs that could get him, but I think you go to a City or a PSG or Madrid or whatever, really and truly. What's your thoughts on Messi fans saying Ronaldo is finished from 2013? I don't think that's true in relation to Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, so Real will have Rodrigo, Mbappe, Vinicius, and Endrick, and Arda Güler. They got the kids. But again, it allows them to kind of develop, really and truly, playing bit part roles. Even Camavinga, he was, up until recently, kind of a fair rotation option and stuff. Vinicius had to go through that apprenticeship. Rodrigo's in that kind of weird realm in that he's got out of that now. But unless he kind of goes up several levels, he kind of, with the players they talked about bringing in, could get long. Zubamendi and Tony first, then Kimmich, etc. afterwards. I hear it, but I'm probably having Kimmich before Zubamendi. As great as Zubamendi is, Kimmich, your baller, man. Everything I want is central midfield. You understand the game well. None of you and your teammates understood the game yesterday as Leverkusen dealt with Bayern Munich. We've played 1 minute and 30 people into this added on time. But yeah, I would take Mbappe at Arsenal. I do think I hear it with the dressing room and all that sort of stuff, but I think you lot are crazy. Did you peep Wenger behind the FIFA president guy? I never clocked that, but big up Father Wenger, man. And then you got Endrick. Rudiger beat him up. Exactly. You can't do it well. I've been saying it. Mbappe is in for a rude awakening if he wants. Even Cristiano, not that Cristiano Ronaldo was necessarily a negative guy, but he conducted himself properly as well. Mbappe knows that. And I think their patience is thin with him. Like, I think Mbappe is a quality player and they'll love him from day one, but also feel like he's got a point to prove. And I think he has to endear himself to Real Madrid as a football club, their fans, etc. after kind of what he did last season with taking them around the houses. If I'm completely honest. Big up Queen of the South. Better late than never. I rate your footballing knowledge, to be fair. I appreciate that. For every you're so deluded, you're not so deluded. Moral of the story, you can't please everyone all of the time. Kimmich is quality. Bayern Munich, they absolutely got smoked. Thomas Tuchel, I don't know what them tactics were yesterday. Maybe it was off day, but the back three, the plan in midfield, the pressing, it's absolutely crazy. Yo, shout out to you, bro. Don't know how you're still watching this game. It's so boring. Harsh, man. That's harsh. It's not the worst of games. Ivory Coast attacking Hallier. Lost it very cheaply. Boy. Lookman. A minute left. Ademola Lookman's done well there. To be fair with you, Bassey's got him out of trouble. That was a hospital pass. Thomas Tuchel's on fraud watch. He just tries to do the mad scientist thing too much. I think a bit of it has to be letting people play. There's a man down for Nigeria. We might have to prepare for this next season if Alonso goes Paul DG. Oof. I mean, Xabi Alonso going to do great things at Liverpool, but hopefully he goes through. Well, Liverpool ain't got the squad, but I want Liverpool to go through that phase when we had to work with Mustafi and that. I miss the days when Liverpool had Varane and Skirtle and them kind of players there, man. That's who they need, man. Ricky Lambert and that. Where do you rank Ronaldo all time? He's a GOAT. He has a case to be the second best player, arguably first. For me, it's Messi. In my personal thing, I admire Ronaldo. I admire, the longevity, the tenacity to get to where you got to. When you was that winger that was embarrassing fullbacks and then you became the striker. I admire everything he's done. I preferred the Ronaldo initially at Real Madrid and probably, what got him the move from Man United, like hugging the touchline, hella skills. Yeah, I didn't really like I hear it, I appreciate it, but I didn't really like the effective. Sekou Fofana goes for a long-range effort again. It's a tame one, it's into the hands. We've played 30 seconds over the added 4 minutes, people. Nigeria are still winning a goal to nil. Surely that's the last kick of the game. But Ronaldo, for me, in fact, that is the last kick of the first half. Ronaldo, for me, I'm having Ronaldinho there first. I'm having Messi there as well. I'm having... Let's not do Arsenal players. Messi, Ronaldinho, R9, Iniesta. Him and Xavi kind of come as a package. Zidane's there as well somewhere. Trying to think, man. Football's developed so fast. Yeah, he wouldn't be there. He gets his hail ups, but yeah. Neymar slyly. I think Mbappe. Yeah, you are correct. Yo, about to go watch the Super Bowl American football thing. My homie long time is talking all kinds of crap. Well, tell him to bet, put his money where his mouth is, man. AFCON is coming home to Nigeria. Have you been San Siro? No, I haven't, but it looks lit. Ibra? Nah, Ibra. Shout out Ibrahimovic. It's halftime, by the way, folks. Shout out Ibrahimovic, but nah, you get your hail ups. He'd probably be in my top 20, top 30. But other than that, I'm not sure. I'm really not really rating it per se like that, if I'm honest with you. But let me top 20. Top 20. Just gonna have to say random names, not think about it too much. Thierry Henry, R9, Kaká, Iniesta, Xavi, Zidane. I don't want to say his name, but a certain fullback that used to play for Sevilla and Barcelona, and obviously he's fighting what he's fighting. Luka Modric is there. Puyol is there. I think I've said Messi numerous times, R9 as well, numerous times. Cristiano Ronaldo's there somewhere. Yeah, 100%. For me, Patrick Vieira, 100%. Ashley Cole, 100%. Yaya Toure, Kevin De Bruyne. You know what? Hot takes, but I'm going to actually say Mbappe, Haaland, Vinicius. Hot take, because I think they'll be there already. Neymar's there. I'm going to say Phil Foden as well already as well, DB10. There's so many good footballers, man. Pirlo, Busquets. Trying to think of all the generational sides, man. Rooney, 100% Wayne Rooney. Paul Scholes, Rio. Sol Campbell, no one can tell me nothing. Mohamed Salah, probably. Prime Ozil, yeah. Santi, Cesc, yeah. I've said bare names. People really think Zlatan is better than Ronaldo. Nah, I think he knows. Michael Owen wouldn't be in mine, but shout out to him. He was crazy until obviously how his career kind of panned out in terms of physically. Cafu could be there. Beckenbauer before my time. Thuram lit. Maldini lit. To be fair, Gerrard. Gerrard's there. I'll try. I wonder if there's an underrated list. I'd say Michael Carrick is there. I don't know if I can think of enough players that were underrated. Because we was talking about yesterday, Michael Carrick. So for Super Bowl, chicken wings are big in the States. Boy, I hear it. Raw Nigeria doing post first half huddle. They need that because the only good thing Nigeria's done, which is what you need to do. I'm sure their fans and their players will say, we've scored, but we've been on the back foot. It's time to play football. And for Ivory Coast, ultimately goals win games. You can have all the possession and threatening a quote-unquote attacks, but you ain't put it past the back of the net. So yeah, it was Eusebio before my time. I mean, shout out to all the OGs, but I can't sit here and be talking about Eusebio and Pele and things, and even Maradona. There's hella takes, but it was before my time. I think if Mbappe goes Madrid, Haaland might be stuck at City. Barca can't afford him, and PSG is a step backwards. Slightly in it. Berbatov. I think Berbatov gets his flowers. Scholes, I think Scholes gets his flowers, even from the foreign midfielders. Rivaldo, Romario. I mean, he's a madman, Josh, so I can't hail him up. Honestly, a lot of English strikers are underrated. Mad take, but Ballack was a baller. Ballack could play ball. Schweinsteiger, when he was at it. How you feel about Tony Osimhen against Tony? I believe, especially commercially, Victor would be good for us since we have a large fan base in Nigeria. Probably, but I prefer Osimhen, man. Oh, hey, Seydolf, definitely. What do you think of Arshavin? One of the best players of Emirates era, man. Like, he was a big money signing because we was mad broke them times. That was a big money signing, Arshavin. Like, he was lit. Best finish, I'm sure. Well, he scored against Barcelona that one there as well, but I'm sure he scored from one difficult angle against Blackburn or something. Like, Arshavin was dirty, man. Arshavin was lit. Arshavin was lit. Absolutely lit. CR7 top what? Scorer. He's obviously got a claim, but if it's purely about football skill, IQ, and that whole stuff, I don't know about all that for his whole career. True, man said Gallas, let's not start that. Alexis was lit, but you did a madness. Puskas, Pele, Best, Maradona, Stanley, Matthews, Garricha for the old heads. I mean, Puskas, tapes lit. Maradona looks lit. George Best, me and you would be good friends, man, because you're on what I'm on, trying to play good in football matches and drink lit stuff. Nasri, baller. I always say this with Nasri, though, man. I think he was good. He had a good career, but I think, when I say great, I'm not saying he'd be in the realm of the names we're saying, but I think he could have been great. I think there was so much more to give in Samir Nasri's career. Nasri was better than Arshavin. Yeah, but Arshavin was the guy, man. Arshavin was lit. Alex Song, big him up, but myth. Alexis was lit. Arshavin forever in my heart for that 4 against Liverpool. But there were the times when we got someone decent, like, and our players used to fall off. They used to fall off. Like Arshavin towards the end, he fell off. Podolski fell off. No one has said Ronaldinho. I did. And that could have been. All right, Luis Suarez is in the convo as well. Problem with Nasri was he was a see you next Tuesday. Yeah, you're right. Santi was a magician. You're 100% right. And then he started doing BBL and that got exposed. Crazy guy. Absolutely crazy guy. Santi was a magician. Santi's one of my I think one of the best footballers that has played at Arsenal. Probably one of the most underrated footballers as well. 100%. Santi Cazorla was extremely slept on. There's not a team, even Javid, that man was saying it, like, there's not a team he could not play for. Like, you can boy Arsenal, whatever. If you know ball, Santi could kick ball. Like, Santi was lit. Payet, big him up for what he did at West Ham. Very enjoyable period. The most underrated Arsenal player of all time for me, Giroud. Misprofiled, man, with where Giroud's concerned. Big up Cantona. In the youth team's always an annoying little clown. You're right on that. Letitia, baller. Hoddle, baller. Which is what strikes me with some of some of these guys that were, even Paul Scholes, like Rio as well. Like, obviously, you know more about football than all of us. If you're saying one thing and we're saying another, we're allowed our thoughts, but you could be right, or you've got a more credible leg to stand on. But it's like the better the footballer, especially when you listen to that. I'm clearly talking about post-career. You're like, you could never, like, sometimes Paul Scholes speaks and I'm like, you could never be the Paul Scholes I used to watch growing up. And what I just said about you could never, like, some of these things you're saying are crazy. And maybe that affects coaching. Like, obviously there are some guys or managers that are accomplished players and accomplished managers. But typically it's like the better the player, the more rub they are as a manager. Like, for whatever reason, it's not happening for Rooney. You know, Thierry Henry's hardly covered himself in any blades of glory as a gaffer. Sagna was not crap for us. Hey, Marcel. Hey, everyone. Huddle up. Marcel, don't bread. Big up you, but don't bread. What happened last Sunday? Nice to see, you know, I'm seeing Trent doing A's when he scores. In honor of us, you're doing, you know, you're beating Burnley by 3-1. Nice to see Diaz, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, and all these players have been taken out of Benjamin White's pocket. Hey. Marcel, don't run. Monty. Hey, bring him. We've been asking for him. We've been asking for you. Hey, big you up though, man. Remember that story? Gallas tried to bad up Nasri when he signed, and him and his boys rolled up to his house. Fair enough, Gallas on smoke. Maybe I should stop talking crud. The only one I can think of as a good player manager was Cruyff. No, there's plenty. You know, Pep had a decent career. Xabi Alonso was about to embark on a very good career. Hot take. But yeah, man, I don't know really. You know, Roy Keane could not manage. You know, and again, There's plenty of stories about a bit like Thierry Henry with Roy Keane getting angry at your players because they can't do what you can do, like failing to understand. Like, not only is you a professional footballer, these things don't come around too often. Top Blues back, man. Zidane's lit. Zidane's one. He cut through. Remember when Messi first come on the scene, there was a player that came into the Barca side and they said he was better at the time. Who? Damn the chat onto me. I was busy, fam, but big you man up on winning the league. Nah, don't run that. You always say, and you send the hand, you must win the league. Boy, we even took your celebration. Come get your chain back, man. Come get your chain back. You always talk on Martinelli and he bagged. You know, to be fair, Klopp always admires Saka and Martinelli. We had to give Klopp the send-off he deserved. Oh, Broyan. Hey, I forgot about that guy. Him, Pato, Dream Sellers. Doesn't always work. Glad to be here. Big up yourself, Eddie. Appreciate that, man. Bro, yeah, and I think there was too much pressure, too young, man. Like, what, 17, you're getting called up to England, to Spain. I think you weren't the guy. He did get a lot of injuries. And, you know, he rocked up at Stoke. But sometimes, maybe in life, that was always his story. Like, maybe this is always... Because I feel like, not that we hype players, we say they're the next this, that, the other, and then we say they have fallen off or whatever. And we're right, in my opinion. But what if this was just their story? That is what is meant to be you. This is as good as you is meant to be. And I think it's getting worse now because any young player or any player that has, like, if a young player plays great, like Kobe Mano, for example, quality player, going to have a great future. But it's like, he might be good and not become a great, for example, using him because he just come through. There's nothing wrong with that. But fans will sit there and say he's the next this, that, the other. And when they go, like, he's the next Sado, for example, when he don't get there, they're the first to say he's overrated and all this jazz. Remember Makeda for United? It felt like he scored. It felt, for Makeda, for me, it felt like he scored 2 goals and played 2 games in his whole life there. I'm sure he bagged against Aston Villa, the winner. And I'm sure the next week, it might have been Sunderland or something. I'm sure he grabbed an important goal and then he's gone now. Probably is. Pep did steroids. Royston Drenthe was a bad boy until the hype got him. Seems like even him, you know, he says off his own back, I didn't train as much as I did. You know, again, that's why the consistency in your motivation in life keeps you somewhere. That's why, as much as people say, oh, Messi, it's just, you know, it's just talent. No, it's not. That's jazz. Of course, Messi's an artist and things, but you think I'm not saying Messi's talented. Messi's talent, anyone else had it, but you think man are just talented and they can afford to coast. It's their motivation to be at the top and be lit. You know, you look at Mayweather, done it for years. You look at, you know, anyone that's achieved anything and had real longevity, there's that. And sometimes in life, when you've got everything, what motivation do you have? Like, look at Chelsea. I'm not accusing any of those players, but if you imagine in your early 20s, you're living in London in this day and age where, well, people are not on the footballers' fees. You're there, you know, you're there. You're earning money on a big contract. What motivation do you have indirectly beyond the obvious to want to play? In general, City players and Pep, they've won everything there is to offer. They've just won a treble. You know, they're earning a lot of money. They live in life. You know, they've had good careers. They're financially free. Subconsciously, what reason do you have to grind like you ain't got a pot to pee in? But Royston Drenthe said it. He said, I used to mess about. I didn't really put in the shift. And unfortunately, you know, people would rather, including myself, because we're all, you know, we've all could do things. I always say 2 things in life hurt very well. Discipline and regret. Now, discipline hurts. Going to sleep when you need to sleep. Going gym, eating correctly. Whatever that is you define as discipline, that hurts. If it was discipline, like, life is simple, but many people just don't stick to the rules. But regret it hurts a lot more. You can't go back. Not anyone has Ronaldo's mentality. He's a mentality monster, really. He's a freak. Anyone who's accomplished anything, or, you know, whether it's a footballer and you've touched the world with your talent, or someone that's invented something, or a musician, or anyone that's done anything great or generational, their mentality is elite. You know, and the difference is, you know, I'm pretty sure there's times they didn't want to do half this stuff, but they did it. You know, everyone can go to the gym when you're motivated. It's when you don't want to. So yeah, man. So we got here, but yeah, man. Ronaldo looked so promising in the Euros. Don't know what happened to him, but even him, life. You at Benfica, then you at Bayern Munich, not really ready, ain't really kicked on. Dream seller at the Euros. I'm sure he was there when Ronaldo won it. 9 more likes until we've hit 100. Ekong was the goal scorer, and that's the difference. Adriano, but then Adriano, there was all the other factors, really. Yeah, I think there was a point everyone wanted, like, the look of Renato Sanchez. No relevance, but big up Pinto. He was just there to fight, man. He was just a driller. Just a driller. Plenty of good player managers, especially Del Bosque, even Ancelotti. Yeah, you're right. There is plenty. But in comparison, it don't really correlate. It don't really correlate. You watching the Super Bowl? I'll attempt to. You're speaking. Apologies, Charisma. He was lit, but I'd never really rated Charisma like that. Like, yeah, you had the skills, but I never rated you like that. And I'm not being funny. Alarm bells. If you're older than Ronaldo and they're saying you're the next Ronaldo, like, it's not the truth. You heard the new Kanye album? No, I haven't. But if it's how Kanye used to be before he started moving mad, then I'm on that. Kanye West, you know what? I like the things he speaks about, but because like he's on the Cat Williams thing, but he was one of my favorite artists, and then he became a madman. Fell in love with the wrong, this is why men, you've got to pick women wisely. Once you get into the Kardashian family, you mash up your head, you got a kid, head's gone, generational head loss, rubbed. Euro Sterling, I keep having hope he'll come back. Who's Raheem Sterling? Who that? Oh, the Chelsea done. Oh, one of the players Chelsea spent £1 billion on. Fair enough. Arsenal creating a monster. Wrong crowd, man. Wrong crowd. Work is work. I like Cristiano over Messi. See, I hear that. But if we're talking, you give them both for football, I don't see how. And again, that's why I'm not saying I'm right. But again, second half's about to start. I don't see how you could watch Messi and Ronaldo, even at their primes, and say, yo, Messi is not better than my man. Messi is not more entertaining than my man. Like, even if Ronaldo has, I'm not even trying to belittle Ronaldo, even if Ronaldo can do things better than Messi, the things Messi can do that he can't, it's lit. Messi's pause breathtaking. Like. So I'm not saying Ronaldo. Listen, Ronaldo is lit, amazing footballer for what he's done. And I always, to counteract my own point, sometimes I feel we've all got biases. We all see the game different. There's some people who like, football that isn't entertaining, but I also think you have to accept people for what they are. And just because you might not necessarily like something doesn't mean you can't admire it. If Ronaldo changed his game and became less entertaining, but became more clinical, I think that's lit. And you could argue Ronaldo kind of saw where the game was going. Today's day and age, it's about being efficient and effective. Because if he was still doing a million skills and he only, you say stop playing, but he only left Europe recently, you wouldn't have been able to make that adaptation to an inside forward. You'd still be hugging the touchline, doing skills, but not necessarily getting goals and assists. Ivory Coast have possession here, people. They're working it down the left-hand side. They need to find a goal if they want to win this or get back into it. And they're not going to if that happens and it's been cleared. Fair play. Oh, sorry, this is for you lot. Big up you lot, man. From which countries are your most viewers from? It fluctuates, but typically England, America. And you know what? Big up Jamaica and actually Nigeria. It's quite crazy. The 5-star skill moves, I'm there, man. The 50-yard screamers, the Raboners. I'm here for that. It's always been team CR7 for me ever since you. I respect what Messi has done for the game, but I prefer Ronaldo. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it's criminal to prefer Ronaldo. Like, there is. It would have been nice if Ronaldo and Messi were in different generations. Ronaldo has more tools in his box. What? Because you can lick free kicks in. Messi can do that. You can score goals. Messi can do that. Messi's adapted as well. He's gone from being a right winger, a false 9, a 10, to an uncle now towards the end of his time. Like Messi can head, but not to Ronaldo standard, but he can head. There's bare iconic goals. Messi is lit. Messi can do everything. Can dance past 20 players. There's just this simplicity in Messi's game. I admire the mentality of Ronaldo. Because again, Ronaldo's Ronaldo, but like he's lasted at Real Madrid. And he got to that level where you need to, there was a point at Real Madrid where you need to adapt. If you're a player coming in, you need to adapt to me if you want to play at Real Madrid. That's what saved Benzema. It looked like it could have went left at Madrid for Benzema at a point. Don't forget, there were some times Benzema weren't really doing his thing at Madrid like that. He adapted his game. Look at him. Again, Ivory Coast trying to go forward. This attack was stopped. Ronaldo nowhere near as creative passing wise than Messi. Boy, hit the like button if you haven't already. A couple more to get 100. Appreciate that, my guy. Ronaldo weren't really winning games when they played Barca. I remember them losing 5-0 bare times, but Madrid in champs is a different story. Different story. I will say, I said it last time, you know, big up Messi for winning the World Cup and big up Ronaldo for the Euros. But I personally think, I now think for both of them, the footballing gods and the script writers and that, they were engineering these tournaments for them to go through and do what they're doing. I genuinely believe that for both of them, looking back, Drogba looks stressed. Dead ball for Ivory Coast. Still alive. Oh, you've got to shoot. You've got to shoot. It's blocked by Nigeria. Opportunities like that, you've got to convert. Nigeria scrambled to get it out, but most importantly, they scrambled and got it out. Yeah, that's cool. You can accept. You can prefer Ronaldo and also accept Messi is better. Messi, mate. Messi-Ronaldo debate is like the Jordan and LeBron debate. One has more talent and skill, and the other is a generational athlete. That Messi World Cup hit. Like, the thing for me is people nowadays think CR7 after Man United is just a poacher, which is the biggest load of rubbish ever. He did become that, but it weren't a gradual thing. I mean, it was a gradual thing. He didn't just wake up and become that. And even then, like as I said, I rate that about Ronaldo because, you know, as good as you are, you know, let's be honest, football, it's a young person's game. No matter how much you look after your body, like you're an athlete, the younger you are, the quicker you recover from injuries, the more physically able you are. Messi had to adapt in comparison to himself. And then Ronaldo. If Ronaldo didn't adapt, as I said with the example about the inside forward, if he didn't adapt his game, there might not have been the longevity like him. He clocked. I'm not on running around like that. Like at the art of goal scoring, if we're talking just goal scoring, not necessarily quality and catalogue of goals, just mentioning goal scorers, then I believe when, again, keyword, if you was to write greatest goal scorers, me, I think Ronaldo's that. I think that, and if he's not that, debatable. Better player, Messi, goal scorer, like I don't think there's much Ronaldo won't do to score. I mean, I don't think he'll do the Harry Kane thing and swear on the kid's life and that, but yeah. We're 50 minutes into this game, 5 minutes into the second half. Nigeria are still winning 1-0, courtesy of their captain heading home from a corner. It has kind of been a case of Ivory Coast with a lot of possession, mounting attacks, but there's no significant quality from the host side in the final third, and there hasn't been. And they're going to need to find that. If 100 likes, big up everyone, if they hope to obviously get something. Grim Reaper, appreciate you for subscribing to Amazon Prime. I've been good. I hope you're doing better, man. Messi's a baller, but Ronaldo can play in any system across the front three with ease. Top Blue, you must be trolling. I hear that. Big up Ronaldo. You saying Messi cannot do that? Put them both at their peak powers. You'll change your mind. Oh! Ref says no free kick, no penalty. I don't know if VAR will have a look at that. We'll have to see that again. Gradle needs to come off, man. You're on the floor all the time like a stray dog. From losing to Saudi to winning the whole thing, the football gods were cooking. Messi taking teams out by himself. For me, Messi's more breathtaking, man. Like, big up Ronaldo. Ronaldo done some breathtaking things. I said it yesterday. Like, one of the best goals I have seen as a football fan is Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm sure he scored from like 40 yards against Sporting for Man United. He's lit. And even if you call him a tapping merchant and all these things, yeah, like goals win games, innit? So the hardest thing to do in football, in my opinion, is make the right decision and play simply, pass when you need to pass and shoot when you need to shoot. Arguably, it's putting the ball in the back of the net. That's what Ivory Coast are struggling with in this watch along we're doing. That's what wins games, literally. So if he's mastered the way at that, surely you have to salute him. DG, do you have a Discord server? You know, we need to get one of these things going. People keep saying that. I mean, there's certain people in the chat that were supposed to do that. Let's write that down. That's something we can thingy. Maybe that's a way to get alerts out to you lot as well. Zlatan has the greatest goal of all time against England. I swear, there was a time in Joe Hart's career, yeah, where it's like everyone was just scoring generational goals against you, mad things against you. Is VAR getting involved here? Big up yourself, Mohammed. Big up your birthday. Happy birthday, mate. Big up Graham. Aurier playing for Ivory Coast. They ain't winning. Spurs mentality. We get to run agendas, man. Do you think Nigeria will win this game? I think there's another goal in it. But I think they're on course to do such. In fact, I'm going to say yeah, because Ivory Coast are lacking quality in the final third. Now that I said that, if you're Ivorian, you're probably going to draw or something in this. I mean, Grado's trip, there is contact. I wouldn't give that as a pen. I think that's a sheg. Aurier and the keeper of Nigeria getting into a verbal. Instead of Aurier to just focus on himself, heads all over the place, head on Mars. Tapping Merchant, right place, right time. It's there, but myth. Now we're there, man. Discord good so the community can vibe whenever you're offline. Oh, hey, there's the link for you from Let's Activate. In fact, he's not the only one. I need to click that as well. Big up me. Sign back in soon. Got to be 1-1, then go to pens. Can someone win in 90 minutes? Oh, hey, Wenger. Hey, move the president. That's the real president. What do you mean Wenger is sitting behind you? That man needs to have the best seat in the house. The hell? He was showing love to African players when it weren't cool. Look how George Weah speaks about him when we used to have the best Bandidu links, ironically, with Ivory Coast, bringing in Kolo Touré and all these guys. It was lit. Obviously, shout out Lauren as well. Nice little flick here from Ivory Coast, but flicks don't win trophies. Chuck Wheezy. Osman gives it back to Chuck Wheezy. Oh, he kind of killed him a bit. Horrible defending by Ivory Coast and a bit of tenacity from Osman. Ivory Coast inviting a lot of pressure on themselves. Good play. They got out of that, to be fair. Oh, no, he's gone back in it. Does that make sense? Fair enough. Oh, have you got out of it? Throw in. I imagine Wenger doesn't have a life outside football. I hope man can enjoy other things in life. Probably women. He was a womanizer, but yeah, he loves the game. That was his biggest strength and curse. If I'm honest with you, Thuram was a beast at scoring goals for Bant. I must admit, I don't rate him, but I'm slowly but surely changing my mind. Irony is Messi's goal scoring numbers are still better. I think Messi's lit in it, but I can't talk to Messi in this football thing. Apart from Ronaldinho, no one's better than Ronaldinho, but still. Simon is coming on for Nigeria, folks. Who's coming off? Chuck Wheezy. Been a bit disappointed with him this tournament, but who cares? He's on course to win it. Messi could still compete at the top level. Would love to see him return. He should go play for Inter or Man City. He's tired now, man. He's tired now. He don't want to do it. DG, facts on facts. The powers that will be in football playing chess while we're distracted with who is better than who. Them man all about the bag. No preferences, but the bag. But if Nigeria win this game, what do you think of Nigeria's play? That they've got over the line. They would have done the job. It wouldn't be pretty. Probably on the back foot for a lot of the game, but it's about winning. And this has probably been a theme of how they played in the tournament, but it shows a lot of experience and ultimately it gets you over the line. Ivory Coast needs Pepe. Who's the most overrated player in Europe at the moment? That's harsh. I don't know, Most overrated. Who do I actually think is overrated? Kirill. Slightly Cole Palmer. And when I think Cole Palmer's cold, but getting put in some positions that he shouldn't be yet. Plus Chelsea agenda. Who else? I'd have to think, man. That's a good question. Wenger now wants more tournaments, more games, but he complained about fixture congestion as a manager. But Tom, you do the same. You called me a madman. Now you lot are gonna feel in it. Pick any Chelsea player. Aye, Caicedo. Right now, Caicedo looking for Woody. It is the 57th minute. Laturo, a bit harsh on Laturo, man. That's how I wouldn't say Laturo. I actually think I've started underrating him. Is Pele as good as Messi or CR7? Listen, I can't talk for Pele, but I weren't watching football when you had to listen on the radio. I think Messi better than him. Gradle, Kessié, horrible from Kessié. Uncle Kessié couldn't track the ball there. Ronaldo has scored every kind of goal. Some of the best players on the air and long shots and clinical. Put some respect on Ronaldo. I don't know who don't respect Ronaldo. I've been singing his praises. Tournament football is just about getting it done. At most, you have 1 or 2 good games. The rest is low quality stuff. Just get the job done. There you have it. Bruno Fernandes. Doesn't seem like anybody's rating Bruno Fernandes right now. Even United fans. Slightly might even be a bit Underrated doesn't mean he's not frustrating or his ball retention isn't frustrating. But yeah, not in AFCON DG. He is an important guest for his work in the game, but in the motherland, he's a welcome guest. I hear that, but you should definitely have a better seat, is what I'm saying, than the UEFA president who he's sitting behind. Do you remember Crouch's goal for Stoke against Joe Hart? No, I don't. When you say Peter Crouch, I just remember there was a stage in your Liverpool career. It's like, I'm sure you scored back-to-back bicycle kicks, the Puma boots. And I'm not going to lie, kind of didn't like Peter Crouch because obviously England popped Jamaica at Old Trafford, I'm sure, and he's doing the robot in the World Cup qualifiers, friendlies. I'm not sure what you mean there, man. I always ask, would Pele, Best, etc. survive today? Yes. Would have Messi and Ronaldo survived back then? No. That's a good way of looking at it. Ivory Coast could be in here. Oh, you've got a score. Not with that, bro. Any side of the keeper and it's lit. Do you know, I personally believe the best players could have played in the best generations, man. Could have played anyways. But I do think for them old heads, like, yellow cards were a rarity. George Best is getting lumps kicked out of him. It's a good way of looking at it, Mike Slaney. Nigeria only conceded 1 goal from open play in this tournament. Ivory Coast might find it hard to break down their defense, which is true. But also, a lot of the better chances for Ivory Coast have been tame efforts straight into the hands of the keeper, and he'd have to literally be match fixing to let these go in. Bruno Fernandes is a good player for United fans. He doesn't pass the eye test, or they want a specific type of centre mid. I mean, and I won't forget when he was told he would get in Arsenal and City teams, and he might even be better than Kevin. Players got 2-footed all the time back in there. Ronaldo and Messi were protected. I hear it. Man said Messi ain't done 90 minutes on a 1970s mud bath against 20 stone shits from Ipswich. That's funny. That's funny. You're right. You're actually right. But you'd imagine them not getting kicks for fun. I was just about to say Nigeria progressing the ball forward. Gattuso was so overrated. Very harsh. I don't believe in that at all. Only players I think are the best in my fan, in the football fan, Ronaldo and R7, both would play anytime. Hear that? Enzo most overrated. Push the Chelsea agendas. I like Enzo Fernandez, and I think there's just a Chelsea tax. They've got good players, you know. If they was to, what happened there? I'm not sure what happened there. I don't think many of their players and the footballers would struggle for moves. I think a lot of them would find Premier League. Folks, leather boots and whatnot. Is Morata overrated? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think you're overrated. I think he's either an industry plant or he's an agent because he only gets lit clubs. That's a better effort from Ivory Coast, but it's from range. First big save I've seen the keeper make there, really and truly. That's a good effort by Konosnu. Forgive me for mispronunciation. Very good effort. Keeper got a save on it. That is the best effort I've seen from them. Same age as Thomas Partey, probably. You know, them men are moving. Corner kick to Ivory Coast. Keeper's in no man's land. It's headed. It's gone in. It's 1-1. Jogba jumping for joy. It's 1-1. I think someone was just boying Kessie and he bagged. This is lit. And to be fair on the balance of things, they deserve that. Probably shouldn't have conceded in the first place. Look at Jogba. I'm not going to lie. Is it just me or the fact that Jogba is bold? I know he was forcing the relaxed thing, but the fact that Jogba is bold is still something I can't see. Known for the iconic ponytail and whatnot. Like, what's going on there? Absolutely crazy. And it's 1-1, folks. And it's 1-1. Boy, you know. Corner kicks come in. Kessie is terrible marking. It's terrible marking from Nigeria, who are one of the best sides in this tournament statistically, defensively. Boy, sorry, folks. Let's get back in this, mate. Game on. I mean, we wanted drama. He's staying up for the Super Bowl. I'm going to attempt. Some of you said 1-1 and then down to penalties. You might be right. Are you the admin on the Discord server? Let's activate. Am I? I'll become one. Ivory Coast 1. Nigeria 1. Jogba never better. Never better on me with his baldness being lit. Barca are losing 2-1 at home to Granada. Pelisteri just scored. Damn. It's at the point, Barcelona, can you even poke them with a stick? And will they move? Like, they're dead now. I'd say the darkest time, well, there's been darker days. Kessier's balling out. The darkest time for Barca, for me as a non-Barcelona fan, and, you know, for their crimes against football, I was like, yeah, when them Frankfurt fans took over the stadium and they absolutely battered them. Well, not battered in terms of the scoreline, but you get it. Someone did call it in the chat and they're still on. Let me check. Rashford is so ish, they compared him to Mbappe. Barca getting the bin stay there too. Listen, Barca, just give us Frankie and spend the money. Well, they need to. Like, they're at the point now. They need Mbappe probably wouldn't go there now, but the only way to get somewhere is to find a philosophy, you know, get La Masia back at the forefront, buy correctly, get rid of those crap players. But then they're also, like, in my opinion, anyways, they need to get these Haalands and Mbappes and these kind of guys to have any chance. Look at what Real Madrid are assembling. Ivory Coast down this left-hand side. Do you know what? I did say there was another goal. I don't think this goes to extra time or penalties. I think this is done 2-1 each way. Come the minute 90. There's definitely a mistake. Someone's definitely got a mistake in them, and it's Aurier, really. You know you effed up pretending to be injured as well. Ademola Lookman galloping forward. Only really has Osman and Simon for support. Has to hold the ball up and wait for reinforcements, which he's done quite well. Probably too slow from his teammates, really. Hope Aurier's all right. Can you make a general chat? Hey, let's activate. Let's go, man. I think Ivory Coast can get one more. Rashford's career hasn't recovered since Euros finals penalty miss. You take the young as a favour as they don't have a pot to pee in at the moment. Horrific defending from Nigeria, all caught underneath the ball. Can't stand half zone or half man marking. Neither can I. But at the same time, am I and you, I guess, being a bit harsh? Because in theory, it's lit. But when people switch off from zonal marking, this is what you have. And I always think indirectly, like, if it's man marking, which isn't always the best, if you need to follow that man, like, you have to at least, like I was taught in Sunday League, if you can't beat them in the air, jump into them or put them off. Because think about it logically, me as a smaller guy, 5'8", as a fullback, and I was probably 4'10", I can't outjump someone that's 6 foot. Typically, I was on the post anyways, but I can't do that. But what I can do, if you're trying to outjump me and you're about to crack the ball, if I jump up, you might think, oh my God, I'm going to headbutt him. Naturally, as a human, you're going to move your head. That might be the job done. You need to do that. And I think when it comes to zonal marking, I think you get stuck in this complacent trap where, I'm standing in my area, is what it is. And then it's like fingers are pointing, like, was it you? Was it that? Was it this? Crazy. Bayern Munich and Barca are falling off. Two very different types are falling off. Nunes for Liverpool could be one of the best strikers around if he finished his chances. I hate zonal. You do zonal, have to really dominate your space. DG on Harry Kane backup settings. Allow it, man. To be fair, he's Arsenal Academy as well. Has this given Ivory Coast a spring in their step? Just as I said that, Ademola Lookman absolutely disarmed one of the Ivorians off the ball. Simon's moving very mad. Big brother Sekou Fofana. This guy's a bully. He's just been bullying everyone all tournament. He's a bully. Zonal gives late runners the advantage as well. Exactly. I'm happy I'm not a manager because I think zonal man marking comes with problems. I think zonal marking comes with problems. I think both of them together comes with problems. There's no idea in it. And it's how do you even, in this day and age, like set pieces are even, as you see with Arsenal today and in general, it's even, how do you plan against it? Because obviously I'm sure there's a lot of routines Arsenal have done game after game, but I'm sure there's a couple of new ones. How do you even make up new ones? And then that's what you have to teach the players to be able to remember this, implement it, and everything has to be right. That's why I think when we score from set pieces, it's even crazier because we've worked on that and then we've scored. There's a free kick to Nigeria here, folks. Ademola Lookman's going to have to put in a decent ball into the box. It all depends on the state of the delivery. It's a decent knock, really. It's over from Mekong. 3-2 Granada. 5-goal thriller. Big up Marcel, our Liverpool supporting correspondent. Marcel, who obviously witnessed, unfortunately for him, his team losing 3-1 last Sunday against Arsenal. If I was taking a player back, then I would then I would go Balde at left back. I genuinely think he's going to be a top fullback when he develops. Would be great on the overlap with Martinelli. Graham, I love him. Unfortunately, he picks up a knock. As you said, DJ, it's like chess at sometimes and not football. I think it is because football is just about the decisive moments now. There's not healthy randomness. Both, man, obviously, like life, you can plan things down to a T, and what actually happens is very different. But it seems like a lot of macro and micro managing, and yeah, we have our philosophy and what we want to do, play out from the back, pressing and whatnot. But it's more about specifically in a game, like vacating certain spaces or exploiting certain vacate spaces from an opposition. It's crazy. But this is football, isn't it? No one told him to spend the bag on Ferran Torres. Marcel, don't worry, get wet for the tears last week. He's all banner. Big up Marcel. He's a good sport, man. It's nice to be able to get at him for once. System-based and rub each other out really on the set piece. We had to get good at set pieces. When we dominate games, we got a load of corners. We averaged 6+ set piece and did cross and hope. Now it's focused. There used to be a running joke with us Arsenal fans. Like, what are we getting corners for? Like, we ain't going to do nothing. Pardon me. Reinforcements have arrived for Ivory Coast. 20 minutes to go. I still think somebody wins this in 90. There's late drama here, man. 100%. Now, Souness and then we're right, man. The haircuts matter. As soon as Saka got rid of the blonde foolishness, he got straight back to business. 100% they're right. But everyone knows this. It's unwritten rules in football. You know, whatever your hair texture is, if you do crazy hairstyles, you need to be lit at football and you need to perform. And if you have them crazy hairstyles and you go back to a more basic one, it kind of reflects you going back to basics. What can Ivory Coast do here? Seems like they're a lot more comfortable now that they've got back in. Come on, Nigeria, we can win this. Boy, goes either way, man. I'd hate to be Ivorian or Nigerian at this moment in time. The levels of anxiety must be crazy. Anya with some good recovery defending. Does very well to retrieve the ball for Nigeria. Hooks his lines. Has he found a teammate? Nah, it's horrible. One thing I love about Osimhen, this man chases lost causes and he turns stuff turns nothing into sign. I'm having him at Arsenal, mate. Him, Ivan Toney, one of you need to make sure you play at the Emirates next season. At minimum, I think Arsenal will score twice from corners against us next week. Rice's loopy deliveries, Pen Trafford in, and he'll be out-muscled or half come, then change his mind. That's one of my biggest pet peeves in football. Like when a keeper half changes. Like I'd rather my keeper gambles too early. He comes out and he looks like a fool or he stays on his line. I hate when you see keepers go, I don't know. I really hate it. I'd like Sekou Fofana, but I need to know how much you've dropped off. Based on this, you're lit, but because you played in Saudi, I need to know, man. Liberia winning the next AFCON. We ain't gonna be cheating on. Get your shots in while y'all can. Who lost? Like, man, I really know. That's great, man. Football, it's your day to get bantered, mate. You were laughing at Arsenal all week. You laughed at us against Fulham, and you can beat us. Boy, McAllister hype, you know. You thought Trent was gonna come and do that Luka Modric midfield role against big Martinelli. Behave, man. You got lucky in the FA Cup. We weren't street smart. Caught life at Anfield. It's changed, Marcel. Things are different now. We might never win stuff, but you lot don't come to the Emirates, man. You're not alone, though. Happened to Liverpool, happened to United, happened to City, and it was away from the Emirates, but West Ham go as well. We don't discriminate. We just slap youths. It's different. Let's see what Nigeria got going on here. Anya doing inverted fullback role. Finds Iwobi. I think Iwobi's been playing within himself a bit. Osimhen scouting report for the carpet DG. So far, he can do bits for us. Every sign is going to present a risk, but I like him a lot, man. I think he chases lost causes. His general play, his hold-up play, his technical ability. Obviously, he scores goals. Does need a lot of chances, but what striker shouldn't? Football's a volumes game. You know, the more chances you create, you know, striker might miss 10 chances, but on the 11th, he might score that goal. That's why, obviously, you know, it all depends what sort of picture you're looking at when you look at stats. And big chances missed is a big concern. But there was a time where Son, when he was bagging, was in that category. Kane was there. Salah was there. That tells me that you're getting in the right places. Ivory Coast down this left-hand side. Ball's been delivered and it's been hooked. Ademola Lookman. Anya. And Osimhen's got a bit of dark arts about him. Tried to be a bit too coy, cute, and clever there. Didn't get away with it. Nigeria keeper seems solid. He's a hero, man. Penalty hero last week. Well, was it last week? No, that's a lie. A few days ago, actually. Boy, big up Marcel, though, man. He's part of the DG Nation family. But I always respect the full-on black boots, no matter the player. Yeah, because listen, if you got black boots and that, you know what time it is. They're just no nonsense, serious, everything by the book. If you got colorful boots, you better turn up. If you got small shin pads now, you better turn up. If you're doing that low sock stuff, you better turn up. Me, I just do the white socks on the football socks. The black football socks is what we wear. White socks, like I call it the Cristiano Ronaldo thing because you were the first guy I kind of took it in properly doing that, and a bit of tape. You know, a little tape stop the shin pads and that moving. Tape above the sock, and we're good to go. Nigeria down this right hand side, failing to do some defending. Halia, he tried. That would have been goal in the tournament. He tried to do the movie. Halia has tried to do a bicycle kick. I thought it was going to be a madness. This lady talking to Drogba. Drogba's stressed. He does not even care what's going on. Don't even care about his after game link. Poor defending from Nigeria. Sorry, their left hand side. So Ivory Coast right. It's coming to the box. You know what? On another day, when you go to Bundesliga or wherever you're playing now, you'll score that. Got his angles wrong, but that would have, and what a goal that would have been. I ain't got custom shin pads, man. Nah, man, I ain't got that. I've seen my team smoke you at the Emirates. That's cool, man. We already got a trophy, mate. What happened when you came to the? What happened to the when you came to the Emirates on Sunday? You got smoked. That's cool, Marcel. You become a history merchant like Arsenal. I just know last season and this season, come Emirates, Martinelli and Saka. You know the script. Oh, come on. There's 16 minutes left of the game, and there's a cooling break again. Shin pads are tiny these days, and it's dangerous, you know. It really is dangerous. Like, I've actually got a mad scar. Like, you know when you see the white meat part, pause, 100%. That's because we was training, and I never had shin pads on. Like, kicking about with my friends, and my friends caught me high, and it always made me think if I had a shin pad, it wouldn't happen. It's especially, you know, if you're a professional footballer and to a degree in an organized kind of thing, you can do that low sock stuff, low shin pad stuff. In Sunday League, I can't lie, you've got to be able prepared to fight because people go and work on Monday. Exactly. Look at Marcel. Pepe on the bench. He's used to that, innit? Leaving themselves open to kicking. You need proper shins, man. You need proper shin pads. They're tiny these days, man. Tiny. Never played football at a high level, but when I played rugby, people look nervous when I put on my black boots. Fair enough. Boots don't even hit the same anymore now. Football boots are not nostalgic like the new age ones. Like that's why they're bringing back Predators and doing all these things. Even you could get humble Addy Pures. I've got copper 90s. Copper 90s. Are they called copper 90s or copper on the out? The Adidas boots that the coaches have in it, like I got them as well. Black boots, black Air Force Ones. That's harsh. That's not true. Like, what color are my boots? How would I? Let me see. Actually, people, you know, we're going left here. It's 1-1. What color are my boots? In my bag. What color would I call these? They're actually muddy as hell. So I don't even want to dirty them up, people. I don't even want to dirty up my space. I should clean your boots. Clean your boots. That's like purple. Clean your boots. They're in the boot bag. Clean your boots, people. Especially little kids, clean your boots. My mum used to slap me silly for not cleaning my boots. If there's any mud in the house, I don't know what it is, but anyone that plays five-a-side, you know when you play on that 3G turf and you've got them black dots, they look like mouse choppies and they stick to your socks. You used to get massive wear. I look this skin color, I probably look like Odegaard when I was done with them beatings. Osimhen's down on the floor as is Fufana. I hope everyone's right. See, even in the small shin pad things, obviously Nigeria wearing dark green socks, so you can't really tell. But that there didn't even look like Osimhen. I'm just mashing things up here. Osimhen didn't even look like he had shin pads on there. Sorry, folks. Smooth this. Hey, green screen, don't make shit drop. Anyways, back again, folks. Not gonna lie, my boots are bright yellow and I can't change them now because I scored first time I wore them. I hear that. Away from the football boot debate, like I wonder how many of these footballers got like superstitions because I remember myself I still do it to this day. Like I change it every now and again, but I'll put on the day of a game. It's only Sunday league. Everything gets put on the left hand side first. Socks, obviously pause, but when you put on your boxers, left foot in first. Shorts, left side in first. Shirt, left side of my body in first. Yeah, man. Football, like when you're warming up, first touch, left foot. So yeah, are you aware of power chair football? Whiplash when someone makes a late challenge. No, I haven't. What's that? That sounds fun. Oh, this is a sport. Let me see this quickly. Sorry, folks. You learn something new every day. Raw. Let's pause that. Well, no, I'm gonna watch later. Big up you, man. Only Mizuno boots, proper leather. Okay, you better be a baller. You got them Italian kind of ones, the Sadov drips. All the greats have the superstitions. I had some black and red Tiempos. Now you hype B shoots wearing dead night boots. Don't know quality boots for ish. Forget Predators bring back Jubilani ball. Nah, I did not bring that out, man. That's harsh, man. Big up Curtis. Mundial, they were lit. Aren't the new boots basically knitted socks? Yeah, they're difficult. These new boots are difficult to put on, though. Like I like the ankle protection things, but they're difficult to put on. You really got to take your time. You know I got to go down swinging, DG. I hear it. You're putting up more of a fight than Luis Diaz. You are putting up more of a fight than Van Dijk, when Martinelli was running him down. You never walk alone until Van Dijk's there all on his own. You know how it gets. But hey, Alisson as well. But them man are good for mistakes. Lacazette and Reece Nelson did that a few years ago. I don't know. Big up Klopp, man. Knows the right time to quit. DG, crazy discussion on the Curtis Shaw show the other day about football boots. Just as you bring that up, DG, what was your favorite brand? Nike. Oh, Nike. But one of my favorite boots are Preds, though, man. Ivory Coast have taken the lead. Goal. Hallier. I told, man, there's another goal in this game. This content should not be free. Say what you want about DG. The football IQ is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Nigeria have bottled the lead currently. Hallier has... No way. Solomon Kalou. I know I didn't see Solomon Kalou like in football stuff. I know I never saw that. Crazy. The host nation have taken the lead. Couple Nigerian players look like their soul has jumped out their body and they've seen a duppy. As you would. Hallier, and what a story. We all know he's had, coming back from cancer. And this is what I mean, because he's another youth that probably didn't play for Ivory Coast from the jump. And look at the story he's living, just like Nigeria's keeper. Oi. See, when you get them mad hairstyles, that's what you could do. Born in France. Where did you play for at youth level? See, France. See, you could have been a one-cap man and cut. And look what you're on the cusp of doing. Lovely play from Ivory Coast. Could Ekong could have done better there? Is he strong enough? Could Anya have done better? Could Nigeria as a whole have done better? It's a good finish from Hallier. It's not glamorous, but he's darted into the box, got into the right area, and just got something on it. Oh, and to be fair, on the balance of things, Ivory Coast, I guess, deserved that. Boy, and the banter in the group chat starts. Boy. Boy, Anya, can Nigeria hit back immediately? To be fair with you, when you've just scored, you're the most vulnerable. Now it's just who wants it more. Wait, what? Osimhen pleading with the ref. I thought it was a corner. Football, and it looks like we was right. It is a corner. Boy, big up you. Look, we've been talking about live, talking about boots, watching good football. Make sure you're locking in and you're subscribing, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. Obviously, we're going live to talk about Arsenal tomorrow. We're going to talk about the 6-0. You know, you're going to get a tactical video as well away from that, where we talk about a couple things in relation to the game. Football Manager, we will be playing such. Have tried. I've been a bit unsuccessful, but I have tried to get some Arsenal fans / content creators / people willing to talk. Was trying to get an Arsenal show for you lot tomorrow, but don't look possible. But we go again. And with the Champions League back, it's watch along settings. That was a good ball into the box from Nigeria. Hasn't come to anything, being hooked clear by Ivory Coast. Hallier is onto it. Has to contend with Calvin Bassey. Poor from Hallier. Poor. You might need to come off because Nigeria making subs and they're going to have to get Poor forward a bit. And if he done a bit better and protected it, there could have been an opportunity for a third one from Ivory Coast. People on the Grealish thing. People that behave like Maddison and Grealish Sunday League are the worst because like, you know what has to happen. Oh, this is a great one. Ivory Coast have some. Nigeria. Who made that run? Simon. That is a fantastic darting run. He did very good, the Nigerian midfielder. Did he let himself down, though? No, he's actually tried to square it to Osman. He's earned the corner for his troubles. The total 90 lasers hit different for me. For me, it would be the best boot. Like, for me to actually play football, Preds, Vapors, CTRs, Adipures. I can't lie, I don't really like playing in Copa Mundials. If I'm honest. Poor corner. And they got another one, though. If I'm honest, I like a lot of space wide and when the boot is tight, which these aren't necessarily. But yeah, man. The worst boots I ever got, F50s. I spent like 100 odd quid on them, you know, and then it felt like Kelechi's on. In 2 weeks, they were done. And I just remember it was a hot pre-season training session. And my feet were burning, like they were see-through, they were on fire. I was like, this was a stupid purchase. Very, very stupid purchase. If Nigeria lose this, we are bottle jobs. 4 aside, corner kick. Hasn't come to anything. 4 aside in specialist wheelchairs, bumpers on the chair that act as your feet. It's all about angles and positioning. I'm basic, a midfield destroyer like Paulinho. I can't lie, it sounds fun. It sounds like you can get hurt, but yeah. DG, it's not a tactical show. It's an autopsy of the murder scene in East London. I hear that. Hallier showing Osimhen up. Well, Osimhen will be in great spirits then because Arsenal tend to choke in key moments, innit? I had to. I support Arsenal. I love us, but we can make jokes about us. Big up DJ in the chat. Legends. Mike, you're legendary, and as is everybody here. 5 minutes left. Awesome, you coming off? Ooh, coming off when it's crunch time. Oh, no. I don't know what Awesome is doing, actually. He's running back on. Oh, I think it was a tactical error. You know what? There could be another goal, you know. Drama could happen. It's what I don't know. Can't lie, if I'm Ivory Coast, I'm going 5 at the back still. Immediate. He's doing very well, that Adriga guy. Don't know where Brighton kind of finds themselves, but yeah. Where your Nigerian fans, big them up, man. I don't know. They're probably crying now. Come on, Ivory Coast. DG shocked himself. Aye, man. Marcel put in a bigger chance to save himself than Alisson. Here for it, man. Here for it. Slap the lights, like Gooner, a.k.a. Gunner, has said. Warzone boots. A few foreigners eating up time. It's gone down. Misplaying football, might need to get back into it. Where's the moving into space? You got to ask the players and the coach and stuff. I think football boots are just there's no more basic simplicity, and that's what made it amazing. People, let's get Ivan Tony Osimhen in it. He hasn't impressed this tournament. That's harsh, but bring either one. Sangare's coming on and Carcio coming on for Ivory Coast. As we said, Hallier's got the goal. He's looked knackered. He's come off. Well, he's in the process of coming off. And it looks like Fofana's done as well. You can't deny the advantage the home venue supports gives to hosts. You see it happen even in Russia and South Korea. You can't. And it could have given them the edge. But at the same time, Nigeria, when they linked up to begin this tournament, you knew every country, you knew what time it was. And going into this game, you knew what time it was. And I'm sure the Ivory Coast fans have been supporting and whatnot. But when Nigeria went a goal ahead, potentially, you could hear a pin drop at a certain moment. Boy, I don't like speed boots, even the Mizanu's I bought. Fair enough. Is the drama done? Is the comeback complete? Okay, people, there's gonna be some friendships being absolutely lost in this group chat. Can't even talk about what they're saying because you wouldn't think we're friends. Oh, yeah. Don't go and stand by. Okay, thank you. Boy. Yeah, at one point, Civ looked dead and buried. Even if Playing at home in the final isn't always an advantage. Arcs England Euro 2020. It is. But that's what I mean, mentality monsters. You know what time it is with Italy? They don't care. Spartan stuff. Maybe, you know, it could be a gift and a curse because it could be unhealthy pressure. Come, man. Bring on Nicolas Pepe, man. This is what we're here for. This is what we're here for. Osman been dry all game. It's true. But to be fair, what's Osman had to work with really and truly 4 subs in total used by Ivory Coast. As a striker, you do have to make your own stuff, but you're kind of reliant on what your teammates are going to do for you. Long kick by the goalie. That's a good kick, really. And Ivory Coast haven't dealt with this. So we're not out of the game yet. But there's going to need to be quality. And even in moments like that, if you're an Ivorian, bro, why are you booting the ball that far? Relax, take a touch. Be calm in all situations. When you panic, things happen. When there's every reason to panic is when you need to relax. I don't even know why I'm at that. Just felt like I was watching Arsenal for a sec. This has got nothing to do with me, my bad. Another lumping kick by the Nigerian keeper. Kitchen sink settings. Osman tries to win the first, doesn't. The second and third balls are now with Nigeria as they look to work an opening. Shot has been blocked. Anywhere will do for Ivory Coast. Boy, it looked like Nigeria might just do something. And here they come again. Ivory Coast, you're in problems, you know. They might just get an equalizer here. Anya's on the edge of the area. Is it a fullback union thing? Can you do the DG thing now? You choked. And that's a dumb foul from you as well. It's a smart one because you had to take the yellow because you made a mistake. But that's a dumb foul on the Ivorian Brighton man. More time being wasted. Wonder how much added on time. That was silly. All of that was silly from Anya. And you got the low socks as well. When you do these things, you need to do serious things at all times. You can't have moments like that. Shin pads are all showing as well. Needs to fix it up. DG, can you pin the Discord chat? Where's the? Let's activate. Pass the link again, please. Oh, it's here. In fact, it's here. Sorry, I got it. Don't worry. There it is. Let me go on to YouTube so I can, the YouTube tab so I can do exactly that. Boy, it's 2-1. We're into added on time. It's either the Elephants or the Super Eagles. Boy. Shh. That's crazy, Ben. 7 minutes of that. There's plenty of time for Nigeria to score, you know. Ivory Coast just need to everybody is just saying we're not making mistakes. Just as I said that the ball's been given away. Kelechi and Nacho. Good tackle really on him. Poor from Kessier. Apologies, not Kessier. Seri, you lot are ramping, man. I think there might be another goal. He's cold, man. I'm sure he had a decent game against Arsenal. Good defending. It's an Ivorian bit of defending again required. And they'll have to compete with a throw-in. I mean, could it be poetic justice? You know, Osman, you lot said he's been quiet all game. One opportunity scores 2-2, and we've got an extra half an hour. Man said call Osman Casper because he's been a friendly ghost. DG invested in the game. I'm sorry. I don't know why, man. I just love football. What a fall off Nicolas Pepe's experience. But hey, if I was him, I'm going Saudi and getting paid, man. Anya, who does have a long throw. Is the Ivorians' goalkeeper positioning the best? Long throw by Anya. Oh, it's pandemonium in the box. It's hooked clear. Can Anya bring that down? He attempts to. Does he keep it in? Good play from him. Free kick. Good free kick one. And that will allow a decent delivery. And again, it's Seri. Seri's coming off for what it's worth. Is it free at the back settings? I'm not going to lie. Mr. Lazar Armani, I don't know. Amani, I don't know where he plays. I'll be going 5 at the back. Bit harsh, mate. Come on, man. No need to get at Arsenal. We're not involved. The one thing I would say, though, like, I do think probably Ivory Coast has more neutral support than Nigeria. It seems like, I'm not going to lie, a bit of Nigeria against the world. And they've got 5 minutes to prove the world wrong, which is more than enough time. Hey, who's that? Whoever's chasing the ball from Ivory Coast, that's what you need to be doing if you're if you're holding on to a lead in a final. You're serious. You need to be one of the first in line for the victory meal if they win. Nigeria's keepers pumped it long. These long balls could be cash money. Or not. Oh. Both teams panicking, man. And Ivory Coast could attack here. It's 3 against 3. I can't lie. You don't need to score here and wrap this up. Don't be a hero. You're not going to make it. Who is that? Who is that? Number 14. I need to know your name. Respectfully. You need to get drawn out. You had about 20 million options. And that's what you did. Who is that? Diakite. You're 20 years of age. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. Get with it. What are you doing? Big up Harry in the cup. London voice. I hear it. I don't entertain him, man. Let him help with the engagement, though. Not gonna lie, I always brought cheap football boots. It all depends, though, because the way I play, anyways, the boots don't last. The cheap ones don't last. Like, they're gonna be talking very quickly. Man, like Kalu in the building, you know. Just about everyone, to be fair. If you're an ex-Ivorian footballer, you can't put in a word and get tickets for you and your guys. It's crazy. What a win. Hope you're well, DG. Harry, I'm great, man. And I hope you're doing well. 6 of the best. Bubbles got popped. Don't bring a hammer to a gunfight. We got cannons. Bit of head tennis between the Ivorians and Nigerians. Nigeria have it back in possession here. Calvin Bassey. First touches need to be amazing there. Made a meal of that ref. I think you're very fortunate to give a free kick there. Diakite, silly. What do you think about Martinelli's performance? Good team collective performance. Didn't really stand out individually. I'm sure there was one of the goals you had slight involvement, but would have been nice for him to score. I think him and Kai Havertz were probably some of the more quieter ones from the Arsenal 11. Don't bring Bubbles to a chess match. But hey, don't start problems with us. We don't. West Ham, I got nothing but admiration for your club. Definitely where you give us Declan Rice. Talk to us about Bowen and Kudus and Paqueta. Edu could change your life. You get the right plug, things can happen. But despite all of that, some of your fans on socials tried to start this rivalry. You're not involved. You can laugh at Arsenal when we take the collective L's, but you're not involved. It's a shame what happened to Phillips at City. After how he was tearing 2 bells out of our players, good. Or the only Spurs player that could win a trophy is... Boy, the game's not done. There's more than enough time to ruin it. There's a minute and a half. And see? What kind of pass is that? You better hope you lot win it. The tears are loading. Got to love the game. Boy, Martinelli did good, was just a bit quiet. Yeah, he got that there then. Well, man like London voice say Arsenal have won the league at your ground twice. You're saying, but we made you wear red and white. Save, man, you're chatting. I slapped a 5 on Ivory Coast. I can win 20. Please, Nigeria, fumble this. As a Ghanaian, I'm praying for this downfall. That's one thing I have liked about AFCON, the banter, man. Boy, and the face is 20 seconds away from potentially winning AFCON. To be fair, the Ivorian fans look the calmest, probably cheering on their team. Like, there's hella different reactions to the players on the pitch and on the bench. Some people look calm, some people look nervous. I think the keeper's been booked. To be fair, best bookie you can get. Less than 30 seconds. Boy. Fifana, the goalie, will take that yellow. Now there'll probably be about 30 extra seconds. Can Ivory Coast hold on? Anya, goal kick. You better give that ball to the goalie. The keeper's going to have to kick it long. I'm sorry. Who's that from Ivory Coast? You're about to win a cup. Well, you might. There's one last probably significant moment and you're walking. You better get your ass back. And that's it. Nigeria have bottled. Unfortunately, they took the lead, and it's been a terrific comeback by the home nation, Ivory Coast. The 2024 AFCON winners are Ivory Coast, and you can see the ecstasy from the Ivorians and the despair on the faces of the Nigerians. It's harsh, man. It really is. Life is harsh, man. I think Ivory Deacon needs the medical, man. And in good or bad times, you've got to pray, really and truly. I respect that from Calvin Bassey, man. Boy. Nicholas Pepe, you know. Nicholas Pepe. Did Kessié move to Saudi? Yeah, he did. DG, on the back of these AFCON watch-alongs, will you be doing any for the Euros in the summer? The Euros, I'm there, man. You know I'm there. I'll be happy if Colo, Yaya, Emmanuel, Bue, and Javinho, worst haircut ever, eat well today. Wasn't a Martinelli game. We targeted Emerson. Fair enough. Either way, we get the 3 points. West Ham fans know your level. You've never been involved. Go be Fulham or something. Fulham are calm. They took their 4 points and just kept it moving. They buoyed me on TikTok and Arsenal content creators. But yeah, pardon me. What a game. And to be honest with you, Nigeria had a lot of haters going into this game. And, you know, Nigerians have been living, you know, on the timeline. And I think for the neutrals, for the neutrals that are African-based that participated, I think everyone for the greater good would have preferred Ivory Coast to win. But Nigeria can be proud of themselves. You know, they got to the final, had one of the best defensive records going into it. Don't know how much that's been affected now with the knock-on effect. But, yeah, who's your player of the tournament? I don't know, man. I'll answer that question for you tomorrow. I really don't know. I can't answer. No intensity, no creativity. Boy, big up Ivory Coast, people. With that being said, it's been a long day of content, though, man. We've done a watch-along for West Ham, Arsenal. Obviously, we've been here for Ivory Coast, Nigeria. There's no point me boring you. Make sure your notification bells are on. You're following on Twitter, Twitch, and all of that good stuff. You know, next week, same old content, watch-alongs. Content is simple as that. So, yeah, man, you lot stay blessed and whatnot. In honor of Anya, unfortunately, bottling that chance to score a screamer, I'm going to show you a fullback who doesn't do something.
Against this right back, Charlie.
There's always just that active red flag. Defenders, I think, is like. There's always just that active red flag. Defenders, I think, is like.